Welcome from the Razor City, Larry Proietti, Nick Proietti, as we bring you basketball action ×2 tonight and then ×2 tomorrow afternoon. We will not be covering high school. We'll be heading over to Gillette College, directly across the street here from Thunder Basin High School. On tap, the number 1 rated Cheyenne Central Lady Indians and the number 3 rated Lady Bolts of Thunder Basin. Oh, by the way, in town as well are the number 2 Cheyenne East Lady Thunderbirds. So again, 1, 2, and 3 battling all weekend long here in Gillette.
As the southeast quadrant, where we saw this northeast travel this past weekend down to Cheyenne and Laramie respectively. That southeast quadrant now heading up here to the northeast, where again we have Central here at Thunder Basin, East at Campbell County. I do believe, at least for tonight, South should be at Sheridan, and also over in Natrona County should be Laramie. But again, as these teams kind of swap up and play on the road here this weekend, so again, we are here for this battle between these two top 5 teams in Class 4A, at least according to the media and coaches poll. So again, looking forward to this on both the girls and boys side. Again, all 4 teams on the floor tonight are in that top 5.
Tonight's Double Dip being brought to you by Arrow Moving and Storage, B&B Appliance and TV, Baskin-Robbins, the LCCC Flight Crew, the Bread Basket Bakery, Burns Insurance Company, Capital Lumber Company, Charles Schwab, Shine Auto Repair and Service, Chick-fil-A, Fat Boys Tire and Auto, First Tier Bank, Foot of the Rockies, Holiday Motors, High West Energy, Joe Ed Produce, Kia of Cheyenne, Laramie County Community College, Cheyenne Regional Medical Center, the Injury Prevention Program, and First Education Federal Credit Union. Well, the Lady Indians, again, trying to maintain their stronghold in their quadrant right now. And again, this is out of quadrant play. This is overall play.
This is more conference, again, Eastern Conference play, but it does not affect the quadrant standings. Granted, the overall and quadrant standing is more for seeding. Again, we know that the overall does not mean squad, unfortunately, due to the fact that regional tournament, again, it is not an automatic bid into the state tournament. So,
oh, by the way, the regional tournament is right here.
It's happening in this gymnasium coming up in about 3 or so weeks. So, again, prepare for that one. So, but again, as we size up this matchup, it is more so for Cheyenne Central to kind of continue the momentum, continue this positive momentum, and again, to size yourself up with this Thunder Basin team that right now is hot on your heels and is probably the contender to at least upset or at least try to dominate the Eastern Conference Regionals when it's hosted here in this building.
Also, we want to thank MHP, LLP, Lennox Auto Body, Little Philly, Mary's Mountain Cookies, Medicare Pharmacy, Meridian Trust Federal Credit Union, Merritt Plumbing Heating, Page and Zach Lane at number 1 Properties, Pepsi of Cheyenne with our Pepsi scoreboard. Hey, there's 4 of them here, so we should have no problems finding it tonight. Pete's Builders, Platte Valley Bank, Taco John's, the Guild Window Company, Wyoming Department of Transportation, and Cheyenne Urological PC. Well, we had a chance to catch up with head coach Glenn Kirkbride of the Central Lady Indians, and we are going to check in on that conversation after we take a 60-second timeout right here on 1480 KRAE.
If you're looking for fun and adventure, Kia of Cheyenne is the place to start, and the 2019 Kia Sorento will help you find it. I'm AJ Miller, and the 2019 Kia Sorento will give you what you need to make things happen. This vehicle has plenty of power, all-season traction, safety features, technology, and comfort for any road you're on. The Kia Sorento offers plenty of standard features for the money, and we're all about saving you money. Come in, call 775-0123, or go to KiaofCheyenne.com, and we'll make it easy.
Well, right now we're talking with Glenn Kirkbride, head coach of the Central Lady Indians. And Coach, we had a nice conversation while we were watching the junior varsity contest, and we'll talk more about the Lady Bolts coming up. Yes. But let's talk about your Lady Indians thus far. And I said this to you when we were on the floor. Has this team pretty much met or exceeded expectations as you brought them all to camp earlier this year, or last season, in 2019, I should say?
Yeah, I'll tell you, they're doing great. They really are right now. I think sky's the limit for these kids. I really do. As much basketball as they've played and just kind of their basketball IQ. I've talked to you about that before. I think sky's the limit, but to this point, yeah, we've done exactly what I've been happy that we can do. We've kind of kept progressing along and all of that.
You know, with Fernio and Delbridge and Jones, but you know, the key to all of this is the development. And again, she's in that center position is one Jayla Jones, and it seems like it's been baby steps, but she's starting to get that comfortability in that post position.
Yeah, feeling comfortable. But I tell you, one of her big things is even as big as she is real comfortable stepping out and doing things out on the perimeter. And so teams have to put a bigger kid on her because of her size, but then she can step out and do some amazing things. She's really kind of coming into her own. She got sick this week and missed most of the week of practice. So I don't even know exactly what we're going to get out of her today, but she is really progressing along as we need. You're right about that.
Now, I know Sheridan's always a tough house to play in. You got to, do the Casper trip. But let's be real honest. Gillette, this is a tough town. Whether you're going to Campbell County or now with Thunder Basin being in the conference here, for the last couple, 3 seasons, I mean, this is a tough house times 2 to win.
No doubt. This is a wonderful basketball city, man. It just is. They play hard. They play really aggressively, and they just seem to have the talent at both schools year in and year out. No doubt. This is tough.
And you know the matchup already, and on paper, I mean, it's one of those that you're going to see a typical Gillette team. They're going to press you up and down the floor. There is no give up on this team.
Correct. That's exactly right. They do it man-to-man. They do it right up in your face. So you better be able to handle pressure, and that's something we've been working on. I don't know what's going to happen tonight, but it's something we've been working on, and my kids like to go. We always talk to them about if somebody's going to be right up here in your face, you better go. Sweep and go by them. And so we'll see how we handle that tonight. This will be a great test. I'm really looking forward to it.
One of the things that I've seen over the years, especially with crowds here in Gillette, whether it's Campbell County or Thunder Basin, if you can take the crowd out of the game, that is almost like the moral victory of the contest.
Absolutely. That helps a lot. Just like everywhere, they feed off their crowd, but I think in Gillette, again, being a basketball town, I just think that the crowd knows what they're doing and what they're watching. And so, to be able to take them out of it lets a little bit of air out of that team.
Final thought, and I would, don't look at me like I'm some fool, but how important is this road trip for this moxie of this team?
Yeah, very much. I talked to you earlier down on the floor about just kind of the mental makeup of our team. And this is a great challenge to be on the road and playing number 3 team in the state, which they're probably even better than that. They're really talented, extremely well coached. And so this is huge for us. Even being, halfway through our conference seasons, all we even are, this is a big one for us because it's kind of fun to see where you match up in the state.
Now, again, as I wrap up our conversation, this is a situation where we also want to make sure we're playing top-notch right there at the end of February into March, leading into the postseason. Yep. But right now, is there still room to grow for your team?
Oh, definitely. There definitely is. We're getting closer to crunch time, but no doubt we have a lot to learn. We haven't played against this style of basketball yet on our season. East is close, but even they don't just do the man-to-man as tight as you can be. You need to be able to get somebody off you and go by. And so, there's a lot of room to grow. And to see this and then be able to move forward from it will be wonderful.
Coach, all the best to you. Lynn Kirkbride joining us on our pregame show. We're going to take a timeout when we come back after the 60-second timeout. Tonight's starting lineups, Game 1, the Central Lady Indians and the Lady Bolts of Thunder Basin High School. Back after this on 1480 KRAE.
College. It's filled with classrooms, instructors, and exams. But beyond that, it's filled with curiosity, budding friendships, insightful conversations, and so many opportunities. There will be people like you, and you, and you. You'll work, you'll play, you'll struggle, and you'll succeed. But when you allow yourself to pursue your dreams, you'll learn what you're truly made of.
Indians starting lineup for this evening. Now we got word that Jayla Jones will not be playing. She's a little under the weather, so a shifting of the lineup. Also, we will see Kelsey Bassart. She will get the call. She is a junior. She is 5'7" in the backcourt. She'll be joined by Bailey Delbridge at 5'7". Along the wings will be Ellie Fernio, 5'9" senior, and on the other side will be Kenna Salee. She is also a 5'9" senior. In the middle will be Jordan Jones, a sophomore. She is a 6'1" sophomore. Again, Jones, that's Jordan Jones, Ellie Fernio, Bailey Delbridge, Kenna Salee, and Kelsey Bassart on the call tonight for head coach Glenn Kirkbride.
This is the Cheyenne Central Lady Indian squad that comes into this contest 14-1 overall. They are the #1 ranked team in Class 4A. They have been for the past 2 weeks, but again, they come in at #1, 14-1 overall in this contest.
Quick 60-second timeout. The starting lineup for the Lady Bolts after this here on 1480 KRAE. For the Lady Bolts under head coach Brady Lutkin, this is the way they're going to line up in the backcourt. It'll be Peyton McGrath. This is the tentative starting lineup. This may change. Peyton McGrath will get the call. She's a senior. She'll be joined in the backcourt by Gabby Drube, who is a junior. She's 5'9". In the middle will be Molly Strupp. She is a 6'3" senior. On the wings will be 5'9" senior Jersey Taylor. And on the other side will be Sydney Salome, that is. She is a junior. She's also 5'9". McGrath, Taylor, Strubb, Drube, and Salome for head coach Brady Lutkin.
This is the Lady Bolts team that comes into this contest 12-5 overall, #3 in Class 4A. Again, Thunder Basin, as they were perfect this past weekend down there in the Cap City, taking care of business against Cheyenne South, but also too moving over to Laramie. So again, they're running on a bit of a winning streak. Again, looking to defend home court here against Cheyenne Central and upset Lady Indians here at their home court.
Lady Indians will be in their travel red uniforms with the white numerals and the black outline. And for the Lady Bolts, they will be in their home whites. They got the blue numerals and the black outline. It says Bolts right across the front. So as we are just about ready to get things underway, it's the Lady Indians ranked #1 and the #3 rated Lady Bolts of Thunder Basin. We are live in Gillette. Larry Proietti along with Nick Proietti, as we'll be doing it again tomorrow. That will be at Gillette College. We are going to pause for a 2-minute timeout. A 2-minute timeout. We'll get ready to play basketball, high school style 4A right here on 1480 KRAE. Welcome back to Thunder Basin High School. Glenn Kirkbride's Lady Indians just about ready to be introduced. He's assisted by Steve Cates as the Lady Indians again looking to hang on to that number one, that coveted number one position. Nick, you've got some standings. Let's lay them on them.
Well, we'll look at the Eastern Conference for Class 4A for at least the Activities Association in the Southeast Quadrant. Cheyenne Central undefeated at 3-0 in quadrant play. Again, as I mentioned, 14-1 overall. Cheyenne East 2-1, 15-2 overall. And then behind them, Cheyenne South is 1-2, 4-12 overall. And rounding out the bottom there in the Southeast Quadrant would be Laramie Lady Plainsmen at 0-3, 3-12 overall. On the northeast side, Thunder Basin at top. They're undefeated 3-0, 12-5. Campbell County Lady Camels 2-1. They are 6-10 overall. Natrona County Lady Phillies, they are 1-2, 9-5 overall. And rounding out the bottom of the northeast quadrant is Sheridan 0-3, 2-13 overall.
Well, what we saw in the junior varsity contest just moments ago, and both central teams on the ladies' side as well as on the guys, they both got pummeled.
Yeah.
And to the Bolts' credit, pressure. They don't let up even when they're up by 20-plus points. So, again, for the Lady Indians, let's see how they can absorb that pressure early on. And, again, as many games as I called here on the football side, Nick, you definitely got to take the crowd out early and fast.
Yeah, the crowd that, again, there's at least good amount in attendance here at Thunder Basin Gymnasium, where this is the Lady Bolts team that we saw this past weekend, past Friday at South High, taking on the Lady Bison, where for Thunder Basin, as you talk about, this team does not let up, does not give up. Again, they just poured it on, kept on at least running up the score essentially against Cheyenne South there at Fighting Bison Gymnasium. So, again, this is going to be a tough one here for Cheyenne Central, a team that, again, outside of Cheyenne East, they're not too familiar with, but it is a fast-paced, quick-paced team that is not afraid to shoot and, again, get down the court, just flying up and down.
Well, it's going to be Fernio and Strub to jump center court as we are about ready to get things underway. And the one thing, too, is this is not a sellout crowd, which you always expect here in Gillette. You got two high schools now. Tap will come down in favor of Thunder Basin as Taylor with the basketball on the far side will drop it into the hands of Salome, and she misses the shot, but the rebound comes out, and up and in with the basket will be Strub. An early 2-0 lead for the Bolts and a chance for the 2-1.
So that one, it looks like Jordan Jones will pick up her first foul. Team's first called against Cheyenne Central. Again, 2-0 lead here to start out for the Lady Bolts.
She will eye it. She will fire it. She will get 3-0 early for the Lady Bolts. Backcourt pressure, not so much. Fernio will give it off to Bassert, now to Jones. Will cross it over as they'll get in the hands of Delbridge. Delbridge will find Fernio on the far side. Again, they are going left to right across your dials on the audio as well as the live stream. We are way in the corner here on the far side.
We are tucked away.
Inside they'll go to Fernio as it checked that to Bassert. It hung up on the rim. No good, but the Lady Indians get the ball back. Jones to Delbridge as they will reload the offense. 8-minute quarters and no time. Delbridge inside has her shot rejected. Putting it back is Fernio and just threw it up, no good. Quickly in the transition, it will be the Lady Bolts, and Peyton McGrath will get the easy bucket.
As fast and as easy as that, 5-0 lead, 5-0 run to start out this contest for Thunder Basin.
Delbridge for the Lady Indians to Jones on the angle on the far side, on the near side, I should say. Again, they're far away from us. Back to Delbridge. Delbridge now to Fernio. She will take a dribble drive along the baseline and will have the game's second whistle. That will be against Strub.
So she'll pick up her first foul. Team's first called against the Lady Bolts here of Thunder Basin.
Pepsi scoreboard 6:30 here in the first period. 5-0 in favor of Thunder Basin. Inbounds will come to Jones. Jones wanting to get inside, terminates the dribble, gives it off to Fernio, dumps it down low to Delbridge, in and out of her hands. Last touch by McGrath. And again, what I have to get used to now, Nick, is there's no shot clock.
Yeah, no shot clock here in the high school ranks as much as we've argued for it. Something for here in the state of Wyoming.
Jones will get it triggered into Fernio. Fernio lost the handle And it'll end up in the hands of Strub. Strub will get it over to Taylor. Taylor quickly down court, off the glass. Missing the shot is Drube. And then putting it back is Salome.
7-0 advantage now for Thunder Basin.
Things I didn't want to see, and right now the Bolts are right now really clicking on all cylinders. Delbridge hits the deck as she takes it all the way down and will draw the foul.
That might be against Taylor. We'll see who the foul is going to be called against. Yes, Taylor will pick up her first foul, team second, called against the Lady Bolts. The at least interesting fact is now we see her at least take off the shooting shirt. So we're going to see Jayla Jones come in. And that's where Cheyenne Central's kind of been at least missing her services here, at least part of the starting five.
Jones, a 6'3" senior. I think Bailey might
have got popped in the nose and might be having a bloody nose.
So I think what they're going to have to do is substitute for Delbridge with Jayla Jones to shoot free throws.
As we can see right now, Bailey at least by the water cooler, just trying to at least clean off her nose.
First shot of the way by Jones is good, and Central on the board, trailing 7-1.
First points coming here with 5:58 remaining in this first quarter for Cheyenne Central.
Brady Dymeline checks in, a 5'2" junior. Also in, looks like Brecken Hamlin, 5'4" junior. Second shot by Jones. That's off the back of the iron, and it hung up, but eventually will fall into the hands of Taylor quickly down court. Here comes the Bolts, and McGrath, instead of taking the shot, she heard the footsteps of Jayla Jones and traveled with it, so it will be out to the Lady Indians.
We'll see how long Jayla's out there on the floor again from head coach Glenn Kirkbride, and she's under the weather right now, but did travel with the team.
Backcourt pressure as Fernio will bring it up now for the Lady Indians. Fernio dumps it over to Bassert. Now to Jordan Jones. Jones takes a dribble drive inside and gets it to go. The sophomore puts it off the glass and good. I mentioned that Kenzie Bolt's also in now for the Lady Indians. Shot is no good. Down low by Salome. Rebound comes out to the Bolts. Driving along the baseline is Taylor. Now we'll kick it over in the corner to Hamlin on the far side. On top they go to Dymeling. Dymeling wanted to get inside. Then we'll send it out to Taylor. She'll lock. She'll load for three and get it. Ouch. That hurts.
That very much hurts. 7-point advantage once again for Thunder Basin.
Quickly down court comes the Lady Indians. We're going to have a foul down below as they got it to Fernio. She had the mismatch and will draw the foul on McGrath.
McGrath will pick up her first foul. Team third called against the Lady Bolts.
So Lady Fernio, the senior, at the line to shoot twice for Central. First shot is no good. It was short and just got it rimmed out to the right. Hit it on the left side of the rim.
As we tell, at least we could tell that this game's going to be very close-knit between these two. Free throws are going to be very, very crucial for both teams.
LA's second shot is off the front of the iron. That is no good, and Jersey Taylor comes down with the rebound, pushes it down quickly for the Bolts into the near court. Loses the handle. And then sends it out on top to Dymeling. Dymeling between the loops. Now we'll give it off to Ladke, who's checked in. Back out, long-range three off the back of the iron. That is Hamlin's shot, no good. Rebound pulled down by Jordan Jones. Jones, the sophomore, trying to get inside and dumps it back out to Fernio. On top they go to Jayla Jones. Jones loses the handle and travels with it. Delbridge now will check in for Fernio. Back in will be Strub, as she will come on in. So to match up with Jayla Jones. 4:28 to go here in the first quarter.
It's early on in this first quarter, but it's been dominated so far by the Lady Bolts here.
Hamlin, Dymeling, now on the near side. They get it over to Ladke. Back over to Dymeling. Dymeling. Ladke inside, wide open, and basket is good. And the mismatch as Bolts will commit the foul. Kenzie was definitely mismatched there as the bucket is good by Strub.
So Kenzie will pick up her first foul. That will be team second called against the Lady Indians. Right now, Thunder Basin looking to put up a double-digit lead here early on against Cheyenne Central.
How about 6'3" versus 5'4"? Free throw is no good. And the ball comes out as Bassert will bring it up for the Lady Indians. Almost has her pocket picked. Hands it over to Jones. Jones pushed by Dimling. Stops the clock with 3:56 here in the first period.
Yeah, she will pick up her first foul. Team's fourth called against Thunder Basin.
12-3 in favor of the Lady Bolts. Inbounds will come to Bassert. Bassert wanting to get inside. Errant shot hits the deck. Dimling will come away with it. Quickly down court. Long pass. Caught by Drube. Kicks it back out to Dimling for three. That is no good. Ball loose on the floor, and it's picked up by Jones. Down court is Bassert, and it will go off the back of the legs of Hamlin as Jordan did not spot Bassert streaking down the court.
Well, she attempted to get the ball, at least kind of a long-distance pass on that one to Bassert, but instead bounces off the backside of Lady Bolton. We're going to have a timeout called by Coach Kirkbride.
3:33 to go in period number one of the Pepsi scoreboard. Thunder Basin 12, Central 3. Back after this 60-second timeout on 1480 KRAE. Live action after the timeout. Delbridge with the basketball as they'll get it into, look like Bolts down low, wide open. It's Fernio. She'll put it off the glass and good. And again, they are attacking the zone to our far right, Nick.
That's good. We are tucked away, kind of like where we were at Northridge down in Greeley.
At least we're high up, though, we can see.
Yeah.
They'll get it down low to Ladke. Ladke along the baseline kicks it out to Hamlin. Hamlin on the angle on the near side, on the far side, I should say. And it's knocked away by Delbridge. Substitutions, Taylor will come back in. And it looks like Cindy Solom will come back in for the Bolts.
As we're seeing here, full force of just how dominant these Thunder Basin teams can be at home, or at least just kind of in general Gillette teams can be here in their hometown.
12-5 our score. Ladke on the far side. Terminates the dribble, gets into the hands of Drube. Drube thought about pulling up from 15, has it knocked away by Fernio, then we'll give it back to Salome. Salome now to Taylor. Taylor down low, now they'll kick it back out as it's Ladke. Ladke now to Taylor. Taylor, her jump shot is blocked by Delbridge, and Delbridge and Taylor will tie up. It will be out to Cheyenne Central. So the Lady Indians trailing by 7. It's 12-5 here tonight in Thunder Basin.
Great play there by Bailey on that play. Again, getting the tie up and the jump ball. Now chance for Cheyenne Central to chip away at the lead.
Delbridge go over to Jones. Jones takes it inside, threw off a little rock hard short 5-footer, and then we're going to have the ball loose on the floor. It's picked up by Salome, and then as she hits the deck, Coach Lutgen calls a timeout. So with 2:12 left to go, Bolts 12, Indians 5. Back after this 30-second timeout on 1480 KRAE. Back to live action. Taylor will hand it over to Drew on the outside. Now they'll get it over to Strub. Strub into the corner. Long range three. That's good by Salome.
10-point advantage now for the Lady Bolts. And a Lady Bolts team that can put up points very quickly, and we are seeing that here so far.
15-5 here in quarter number one on the near side. It is Delbridge as she keeps it outside the perimeter to Jones, and then Jones is going to call for the push-off. And now,
actually,
they're going to call that on Jayla Jones on the illegal screen. I thought they were going to call that one on Jordan for a minute.
No, instead her sister picks up that foul, her first. That will be team's third called against Cheyenne Central.
Kirkbride wanted an explanation on the foul.
And the faithful, the Cheyenne Central faithful that did travel, that are at least amongst us, not too happy with that call.
Inside, nice block, I thought, by Fernio as Salome hits the deck. Take your pick.
They're going to call that at Jordan.
Now she will pick up her second foul.
Yeah, her second, team's at least fourth against the Lady Indians.
So that will prompt another substitution. It'll be Kenessa Lee, the 5'9" senior. First shot by Salome is no good.
As this Cheyenne Central team here so far, again, not looking like the number one team in the land. Team that right now looks like they're struggling mightily against this team, which they should match up pretty well with.
Second shot coming up for Salome. She's only a junior. That one is no good as well. Fernio wipes the board clean. Pushes it up quickly for the Lady Indians. Fernio wants to get inside, dumps it on a bounce. Salee wide open on the baseline, can't get the jump shot. Tie up on the rebound between Taylor and Delbridge. It will be out to the Bolts.
Just more one and done opportunities for the Lady Indians here, struggling here in this gymnasium.
77 seconds left to go here in the first period, and again dominated by the Lady Bolts, 15-5. High on top, they'll get it to Salome. As they move the ball around quickly, Strub in the corner on the far side. Now they'll give it to Jersey Taylor. She'll lock, she'll load for three. That is no good, and then it'll skip out, and it will be out to the Lady Indians. Another substitution in, and this will be Drew back in for, looks like she'll be checking in for Strub.
As Coach Kirkbride getting an explanation on some of those foul calls, talking with an official during that at least timeout.
Fernio for the Lady Indians, and then she will get the push off as she pushed off on Taylor. And again, if it's going to be called tight, it better be called both ways.
Well, that will be the first foul called against Fernio. Team's fifth called against Cheyenne Central. 5 so far for the Lady Indians. 4 have been called for the Lady Bolts.
And heaven forbid, it has not been, a hometown officiating crew yet. Long range three. That's good. Nailed by Drew.
13-point advantage now for the Lady Bolts here early on in this first quarter.
18-5 our score. Fernio wants to get inside, then kicks it out in the corner. Lock and load for three. That is Jayla Jones.
They're only going to count that as a 2.
Give her 2. The foot was on the line. Quickly down court. Missed shot. Rebound pulled down by Fernio. Fernio will give it off to Delbridge. Delbridge wants to get inside, and she was pushed. No bucket, though, unless they're going to give her the continuation. Let's see. They're going to say the push came before the shot.
And that's going to be against LA Salome, so she'll pick up her first foul. Team's fifth called against Thunder Basin here.
Stops the clock with 14.4 seconds to go. Fernio has to send it out on top. And it's tracked down by Salee in the backcourt. You can do that. Salee over the timeline with 9 seconds left to go. Drops a bounce pass right into the lap of the Lady Bolts. Quickly down court, Fernio tries to save it on the bad pass by Meadow Kuntz, who's checked it. She's a 5-footer and a senior. After one, clock runs out. Lady Bolts 18. And the Lady Indians 7 back after the 60-second timeout on 1480 KRAE. will be out to the Lady Indians as Bassett across the way will trigger it in. Jordan Jones on the floor along with Salee, Fernio, and Delbridge as we open up quarter number 2. Inbounds will come to Jones. Over to Delbridge on the angle on the near side. Again, attacking the zone to our far right. Down low, wide open. Nice pass from Fernio to Jones, and she'll kiss it off the window and good.
So good start here in the second quarter for Cheyenne Central.
Kuntz on the attack. Check that. That's Chatfield. Marissa Chatfield, 5'5" senior. She'll get it to Jersey Taylor. Taylor is double teamed. Sends it back out on top. Long range 3 by McGrath. That is no good. Cleared away by Fernio. 18-9 our score. To Salee. Down low. They try to get it to Fernio, and it's tapped away by Drew.
But it will still stay with Cheyenne Central inbounding it. Again, no shot clock here in the high school ranks.
So Jones, left of the cylinder, will fire it in. And she better do so quickly. Does so to Fernio. Out to Bassett. Lock, load, 3. Rainbow, no good. Tapped out by Delbridge to Jones. Down low to Fernio and missed the bunny. Wide open, couldn't get it to go. And the ball will skim off, I do believe, the shin of one Salee.
So with that, Thunder Basin, another opportunity here to extend out the already large lead.
Drew wanting to drive inside. That's cut off by Jones on a bounce to get it to Chatfield. Bad pass, taken away by Delbridge. Delbridge all the way down. Lean up, can't get it to go. Oh my, the Lady Indians on a couple of bunnies just couldn't get them to fall. Quickly, Taylor in the corner. They'll go to McGrath. McGrath sends it out to Chatfield. Chatfield between the loops. 6:37 left on the Pepsi scoreboard. First half. Chatfield hands it back to Drew. Drew wants to go inside with it. She misses the shot. Tapped around thanks to Chatfield. And check that to Salome. Chatfield will put the garbage back in.
Talk about how aggressive this team is on the inside for the Lady Bolts. Getting fortunate enough to get some of those rebounds.
Salee's pass is knocked out by Drew. And we'll see Bolts come back in along with Jayla Jones as Salee and Fernio will step on out. It will be out to the Lady Indians right at the bench of Thunder Basin. Inbounds will come to Bolts, back to Bassett. Puts on the brakes now to Bolts. Bolts being guarded by McGrath. Check that by Hamlin, who's checked in. Top of the key, long range 3. That one is no good. Hold everything, got a whistle. It's a late whistle.
We'll see what that is going to be called against. As we saw, it looks like it was Bassett hitting the ground. We'll see that one going against Salome. She'll pick up her second foul. Team 6 called against Thunder Basin. So not sure on that one. It might be with Bassett.
I think it was on the loose. I think it was a loose ball foul, Nick. They did not. Bassett didn't sell it well enough. Bassett finally will get it in to Jones. They'll hand it over to Bolts. Bolts on the near side, then sends it back out near center court to Delbridge. Bailey puts on the brakes, sends it back over to Bolts. Bolts wants to go inside with it and then kicks it into the corner to Bassett on top. Jones, lock, load for 3. That one is going to be an air ball, and Bassett can't save it as she bangs into the padding.
But she's going to get up under her own power, thankfully.
And
so
she will walk it off.
Another missed opportunity by Cheyenne Central there. As, again, so far this first half, Lady Indians haven't been playing like the number 1 team.
Rory Cowley will come in, the sophomore. She is a 5'7" sophomore for Cheyenne Central. She'll come in for Bassett. Bolts with the basketball. Taylor wanting to get inside and does so. Puts it off the window good. She got past Jordan Jones. Jones does not want to sacrifice that third foul.
This team's so quick for the Lady Bolts. Under 10 seconds just per play.
22-9. Delbridge loses the handle of the basketball. Then it ends up in her hands and she walks with it. So the Lady Indians give the ball back.
As for the Lady Indians right now, they haven't gotten off the bus of how they've been playing here so far in the first half.
Jones will come on out. Delbridge will check on out. Back in is Bassett and Fernio. On the attack, Hamlin terminates the dribble. On the far side, they'll get over to Taylor. Taylor lobs it down low. Back into the lineup is Strub. Strub will give it out to Taylor. Taylor now to Dimeling. Dimeling back in. Hamlin in between the loops. 4:50 on the Pepsi scoreboard. Hamlin goes all the way with it. Misses the shot. Rebound pulled down by Fernio as Hamlin hits the deck. Fernio loses the handle of the basketball. Gets it back into the hands of Bassert. Bassert drives along the baseline. Pull-up baseline jump shot. That won't go. Boy, that lid on that bucket is just awful right now. Taylor wide open, and she'll lay it off the window and good. And right now, the Lady Indians are just getting beat on all areas of the court.
Yeah, they're getting
Bassert loses the handle, but luckily Cowley was there, and then she's mugged from behind.
We'll see.
That will be on Strub.
Yeah, Strub should pick up that foul. That'll be the 17th foul called against. At least they have not indicated a foul. Now they have not indicated a foul.
Holy cow. Where did we miss that one?
So either way, though, it's going to still stay with the Lady Indians. Yeah, no foul called on that play, though.
So we won't give it to Strub. Inbounds to Cowley. Then we're going to have a jump ball on the bad pass. I mean, everything that can go wrong for Cheyenne Central is right now.
Without a doubt. And that, at least with the jump ball, at least arrow in favor of Thunder Basin. So another missed opportunity for the Lady Indians.
So basically a turnover.
Lady Indians who haven't scored here in quite some time in the second quarter.
Hamlin will get it into Drube. And then another tie-up as Delbridge ties up with Drube, and it will be out to Cheyenne Central on the alternating possessions. Central with 9 points, only 2 here in the quarter. Oh, by the way,
those 2 points were early on in this second quarter. So again, about 3 minutes and change have gone by where they have been quiet.
Well,
down by 15.
Central's trying to tack inside, but unfortunately they're just not getting anywhere with it. They've left too many bunnies, short off the rim. Fernio gets inside, kicks it out to Jayla Jones. Jones with the basketball, then try to dump it in, force it in. And that's what we're seeing right now with the Lady Indians. They're trying to force all issues. And that pass there was into a double team.
This is the Lady Indians team that seems a little flustered out there on the court right now.
Ball was knocked out by the Lady Bolts.
If you didn't know any better, you'd figure that Thunder Basin was the #1 team here in Class 4A.
Coach Kirkbride gives them that much respect. On the far side, Cowley's pass is tipped. Fernio will get the pass and put it off the glass and good. She has 4 points on the night.
First points in quite some time there for the Lady Indians. Now down by 13.
On top is Dimeling. Dimeling will kick it over to Ladke. Ladke back over to Dimeling. They'll lob it down low. Now into the corner. Drube back down to Strub. Strub's shot is blocked. Hold everything. And a whistle.
And that will be a foul called against Cheyenne Central. That will be the 16th foul. That one going against Fernio, who will pick up her second.
Neither Fernio or Jayla Jones left their feet. Strub will be at the line to shoot 2. She has 5. She missed on her last free throw attempt.
As that one was a little too long and strong for her. Again, 6 fouls called against Thunder Basin so far in this first half. 6 as well for Cheyenne Central. So as tightly knit called as it's been even against both teams here.
Jordan Jones back in for Central. Also back in is Jersey Taylor. We'll see Chatfield back in as well as McGrath. Strub eyes it, fires it, and that one will dribble on in. So Strub hitting 1 out of 2. It's 25-11. 25-11 in favor of the Lady Bolts. Under 3 minutes to play. Delbridge to Jones, now to Bolts. Bolts steps in for an 18-footer. That one goes about 17. Rebound pulled down by McGrath. Quickly down court and walking with it. No bucket. No, yes. As one extra step there by Strub as she put it off the glass. And, even the old guy here can see that. That was more of a LeBron James step.
Yeah, again, that was that old-fashioned Euro step, and officials not having it. Chance for Cheyenne Central again to get at this, attack this lead.
Bolts on the far side dumps in the corner to Cowley. Cowley's pass tipped and taken away. Quickly breaking down court is Jersey Taylor. Taylor fouled from behind by Jordan Jones. Guess what? That is 3 now on Jordan.
That'll be the 17th foul called against Cheyenne Central. And as you mentioned, Jordan Jones picking up her 3rd foul. So that is a big one there for Coach Kirkbride.
So for the Central Lady Indians, and you know, Nick, we've used this before with our other games, but the Lady Indians are still on the bus.
Yeah, without a doubt. Again, they so far have not shown up here in Thunder Basin.
First shot by Jersey Taylor is good. And again, that's not taking anything away from the Lady Bulls.
Thunder Basin, again, they are showing that they are a real team. They are deserving of that number 3, and they're pretty much making a case of, hey, we might want to be a little bit higher as well, too, in that media poll.
So in for the Lady Indians, looks like it'll be Kyla Bush, 5'8" senior. She will come in for, it looks like, Jayla Jones. Second shot by Taylor is also good. So the lead now is 16. And in the backcourt is Delbridge as she pushes it up with about 2:50 to go. Delbridge wants to go inside. She is hammered, and that will be Jersey Taylor committing the personal.
That'll be the 17th foul called against Thunder Basin. As you mentioned, with Taylor picking up that foul, that'll be her 2nd. So both teams in the bonus here for the remainder of this first half.
Delbridge, 1 of 2 for her only point. First shot on the way is good. As she was in the act of shooting, so she will hit the free throw.
Once again, first point on the board for Cheyenne Central in quite some time, about 2 or so minutes of elapsed since their last field goal.
Brooke Conklin checks in, a 5'8" junior, as just about everybody's going to get to play for the Lady Bolts right now. Second shot by Delbridge is good.
And this is nothing new for folks, again, who tune in or at least know this Thunder Basin team. We saw this exact same, at least, situation at Cheyenne South.
Kuntz to McGrath. McGrath dumps it out to Conklin. Conklin takes it inside and will be fouled by Bush.
That'll be the 18th foul called against Cheyenne Central on that one for Bush. She'll pick up her first foul. And the scary thing so far, and again, we still have a full half to go here in this contest. Anything can happen. Cheyenne Central can kind of figure it out at halftime, hopefully. But it's a scary thing of that teams in Class 4A on the east side have to come up and play this team here in this, at least, gymnasium.
First shot is no good by Conklin. But, you know, again, Coach Kirkbride said we could put up 20 for the whole game. I mean, he says we have that possibility on a really off night. Guess what? Lady Indians right now having an awful off night.
Last time we saw an off night for Cheyenne Central, it was down in Greeley against Fruita Monument, where they nearly lost that game.
1 out of 2 for Conklin, and extends the lead now to 15. Backcourt pressure applied by the Bolts. Fernio pushes it up quickly, a pair of 23s as she's being guarded by Chatsfield. Now over to Bush. Bush on the angle. Tries to drive inside, loses the handle, ball loose on the floor, tie-up jump ball. Again, it's been and I've used the word with LCCC, it's been a clumsy performance by the Lady Indians.
And with that, at least jump ball opportunity, the ball will go out to Thunder Basin. So essentially a missed chance there by the Lady Indians again. As right now, at least officials trying to at least get with the scoreboard, trying to confirm that it is out to Thunder Basin here.
And the next jump ball situation will be in favor of Cheyenne Central. It's a pretty simple deduction.
Yeah.
$1:50 left. On the attack are the Lady Bolts as they are going right to left across your radio as well as your visual dial. And it has been all Bolts. Conklin, she'll step back for the 3. Hits off the side of the rim and no good.
Kind of a rare miss by Lady Bolts there on those at least 3-pointer.
Strub actually knocked it off the shoe, I do believe, of Bolts, and the official said no, it was out. Well, that looked close. That looked really, really close.
Well, again, it bounced off of Kinsey, but also, too, I think the ball, as it was heading out, at least out of bounds, hit Strub as well. So they're going to say with Lady Indians.
Dimeling will check back in along with Hamlin. Delbridge into the near court. On the angle, they'll get it to Jones, top of the key. And then she's being pushed and it will be Meadow Kuntz picking up the foul.
That'll be the 18th foul called against Thunder Basin here in this first half. As you mentioned, with Kuntz picking up that one, that'll be her first.
So at the line will be Jayla Jones, as she is, from the free throw line. I'm going to load them up here. I don't think it was in the act of shooting, right? Is it one in penalty?
It's just one in penalty.
And it's no good. 74 seconds left to go. Quickly down court, Ladke kicks it over to McGrath. On top to Daimling. Now they'll get it to Strub. Down low. And the foul will be whistled against the Lady Indians. That'll be Kenessa Lee as she dumped Ladke on her wallet. Big time.
Big time on that one. That was a big collision. So with that foul, as you mentioned, Salee picking up her first, team's 9th called against the Lady Indians.
Stops the clock with 62 seconds left.
As you can see, Lackey in a little bit of pain out there.
That's kind of a hit where you hit the ground hard, where it kind of like forces the tears out.
Well, again, she also too got a forearm and elbow in the face, so that's going to hurt.
So Ladke bounces up, and she will be at the line. 1-1. Shot is no good, and Fernio missed the rebound. Down low, they try to force it in to Strub, and it's knocked away by Fernio. Well, the Lady Indians, the only way they can go is up, because everything they've done is wrong here in the first half. So hopefully they can regroup at halftime.
Regather.
Inbounds to Strub, spin around move, and it's rejected, but right into the hands of Hamlin. Hamlin now over to Daimling, Conklin, on top to Strub, over to McGrath. They'll get it down low again, and it will be out. No, a late call.
A very late one there on Delbridge.
Delbridge will be called. The ball went out on the missed shot by Strub.
Questionable one on that one, but Delbridge will pick up her first foul. Team's 10th against Cheyenne Central. Double bonus now for Thunder Basin. Again, that ball was clear out of bounds. Whistle was well after. Then the foul call came.
28-13 in favor of the Lady Bolts. Make it 20. No, I thought that one was headed in.
Well, for Thunder Basin, they've also too been a bit scoreless here for quite some time here to end out this first half.
Well, but
both teams struggling.
They've outscored Central 10-6 here in this stanza. Second shot, that one off the front of the iron, no good. And the rebound into the hands, tapped into Fernio's hands. It's like Central's out of position on the rebounds. And luckily, Jayla Jones tapped it back, and Fernio happened to be there. Inside, they get it to Delbridge. Delbridge puts on the brakes, and now a little give and go inside as Bush delayed. Should have went right to the bucket with it, and then has it rejected. Picked up by Conklin. The ball loose on the floor, ends up in the hands of Central, and then throwing it away. And that's been the story of the night, as Salee throws it away. She throws it to the outside, and breaking inside was Bush.
Again, Central has had plenty of opportunities here in this contest, but it's either been right back to the Thunder Basin Lady Bolts or again one-and-done shots.
Mackenzie Bolts. Shot at the horn by Daimling after Fernio almost picked it off, and it's no good off the front of the iron after one half of play, dominated by Thunder Basin. 28-13. We will be back after a 2-minute timeout right here at 1480 KRAE. Welcome back to Gillette and Thunder Basin High School. Tomorrow we will be at Gillette College, where it will be the Lady Golden Eagles matching up with the Lady Pronghorns and the Pronghorns. The guys will be on the floor at 4, ladies at 2 o'clock. So again, do join us for that broadcast. Here this evening, right now, it is a 28-13 deficit as Central finds themselves in the hole. I will say,
I anticipate, again, let's size up again, 15-point deficit for Cheyenne Central after that first half. Did we anticipate, or at least did I, again, as we've seen plenty of Cheyenne Central Lady Indian basketball from non-conference outside of the state of Wyoming to now conference and quadrant play, this is something I did not expect at all.
See, and I'm not surprised. Again, as many times I've been up here in Gillette, and again,
yeah, but this is a Lady Indians team that, again, whether it is at home, on the road, they can get it done. They've competed, and again, it's a team that only has one loss on the season.
But what you're missing, Central has been their own worst enemy.
Yeah.
Now, they did clean up a couple of things defensively where they're getting back. Because, again, there was good transition buckets early by the Lady Bolts. They were, after the Central shot, somebody was breaking down. I do believe it was like Jersey Taylor, where they had easy bunnies. Again, Central has missed 3 from inside, rushing their shots.
Essentially what we're seeing, the Proietti, again, as you alluded to, that we'll have LCCC, Lady Golden Eagles basketball. We go back to a couple contests for LCCC where they were struggling and had, again, the easy shots. They had opportunities in some of these contests where for Cheyenne Central we're seeing that kind of showcase where they've had chances, they've had good looks, but it's been one and done. It's been careless plays. It's been careless passes, just inexcusable turnovers that at this point in time where you're at in this season right now for at least Cheyenne Central, 15 games in, this is now game number 16, it's inexcusable, or at least it's something that it shouldn't be creeping up right now. You should have gotten those out of the way, especially where we saw this similar Central team do the exact same thing down in Greeley, Colorado against Fruita Monument where they almost lost that game.
Well, and the voice of Cheyenne High Schools, again, South, East, and Central, Chris Polton will be right here coming up for the regionals. The regionals are here at Thunder Basin.
Yeah, for both boys and girls coming up very soon.
So if Cheyenne Central, Nick, wants to be a 2, a 3, or a 4 seed coming out of the East, then continue to play like this. But hopefully they will get into the locker room, clean up some things. Again, 15 points, yeah, it is a lot. And the way the programs have been playing here tonight, especially the Lady Bolts in the junior varsity contest, they clobbered.
That wasn't even close, yeah.
They beat them by 36.
That's a scary thought right there. We're again on the JV where you get a preview or a look at the future, or at least Lady Bolts and Lady Indians. That was not even a close contest. That tells you how dominant this Thunder Basin, at least, squad is, what talent they have still in the ranks, where not a part of their varsity, at least, team, but down the road of what they'll bring to the court. It's Coach Kirkbride alluded to it and talked with you on at least on the pregame show where, again, Gillette, it's a basketball town. It's a sports town without a doubt here in the city, at least in the state of Wyoming, where they take their athletics very, very proudly. They show up for it. And again, it is something where it's kind of you live or breathe or die by, again, how well this team does.
Well, all you need to do is go over to Campbell County High School, and you'll see the banners float up there for the Lady Camels as well as the Camels. And this is like 2.0 of Gillette basketball.
Well, absolutely, because again, let's not sell short that this Lady Bolts team is your defending 4A state champions from last year. Thunder Basin, that's been in existence for now, what is this, year 3, already has a state title in girls basketball. That tells you how good, at least the talent that they have currently, and what's upcoming for Thunder Basin, where could more banners be at least hanging up high here at Thunder Basin Gymnasium? Without a doubt.
And when I'm watching the Lady Bolts, I'm watching the Lady Camels. Again, there is no difference offensively and defensively between these two schools.
Yeah.
Again, the philosophy is the same. Pressure in the backcourt. Again, deny the inside. So again,
which is something that Cheyenne Central is trying to do on at least with their philosophy and what Coach Kirkbride has been doing, and it obviously has worked well. Again, 14-1 on the season, but so far, it's almost like the Central High team is looking themselves in a mirror and going, oh, what do we do? What do we do to stop ourselves, to stop them? And essentially what they're doing is they're literally stopping themselves. They're
literally shooting themselves in the foot each time, and the turnovers have been ridiculous. All right, let's look at the scoring real quick for the Lady Bolts. 18 points in the first quarter, 10 in quarter number 2. They are being led at the intermission by Jersey Taylor with 8 points. Molly Strub has a half dozen. 5 for Sydney Salome. 3 points for Gabby Drew, 2 for Peyton McGrath, 2 for Marissa Chatfield off the bench, and 1 for Brooke Conklin, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. For Cheyenne Central, only 4 players have scored, as they scored 7 in the first period, 6 in quarter number 2, 13 for their first half. They are being paced by Jordan Jones, who has 4 points. Ellie Fernio also has 4 points, 3 for Bailey Delbridge, and 2 points for Jayla Jones. Stick a fork in them. They're done after that. Nobody else has scored. We're going to be ready for the second half here, Nick, as we get ready for quarter number 3 coming up. Again, 8-minute quarters, as we will be back after a 2-minute timeout right here on 1480 KRAE. Getting ready for quarter number 3, the Lady Indians will attack the zone right here down below us. So actually they're going to be going right to left across your radio as well as your live stream dials, again on YouTube and Periscope via Twitter.
I want to give a shout out to Thunder Basin High School, where we got the technical issues squared away about a couple seasons ago during the football season. So thankfully at least internet access is available here. And again, appreciate AD Tom Seaman setting that up for us.
Bolts triggering it in to Delbridge. Back to Bolts now to Jordan Jones. Jones over to Delbridge on the angle on the far side. Now on top, they go to Fernhill, lob it down low to Jordan Jones, lost the handle momentarily, then will be fouled inside, missed the shot, but let's see who committed the personal. Looks like a late foul will be called on Peyton McGrath, sneaking in there, picking up her second.
Yeah, McGrath will pick up her second foul. Teams first here early on against the Lady Bolts.
Jordan Jones will be shooting 2 times, stopping the clock with 7:43 left here in quarter number 3. First shot is good for the sophomore.
So first points out on the board for either team here in this half. Go advantage for the Lady Indians.
Lady Bolts up 28-14. Second shot, and that one is no good. As it hung up, and then battling for the rebound was Strub along with Fernio, and Strub touched it last as it goes out, and it will be out to the Lady Indians. Hopefully this bucket won't have a lid on it for Central.
Again, a fortunate play there for Lady Indians.
Bad pass by Fernio. Again,
as
the passes are not crisp.
As soon as I say that, there it is. Again, a close one there for Cheyenne Central, but still Lady Indians have the basketball.
Bolts on the far side will get it into Jones. In the corner on the far side now to Jayla Jones. Jayla in between the loops. Terminates the dribble, hands it back to Fernio. Fernio draws a double team. Now to Jones, wide open. Thought about the 3, takes a dribble drive inside, then kicks it out to Jayla Jones. Jones traveled with it. Thought about the 3, moved the pivot foot as she parked it on the outside, and it will be a turnover back to the Bolts.
Another blown opportunity there by Cheyenne Central.
Down by 14, 28-14. About 45 seconds have elapsed here in the first, check that third quarter. Inside, Strub, and then we'll dump it outside, long range three, in and out. Ball kept alive as Jersey Taylor misses the shot and gets her own long rebound. And then she'll be tied up with Fernio on the jump ball as Taylor got a little
aggressive.
Yeah.
But that will stay with Lady Bolts. Timeout is going to be called by Coach Kirkbride.
I think Coach Kirkbride is going to kind of get a little into the, and we'll keep it here because we just had a break, get into the defense a little bit because they are not positioning themselves for rebounds.
Yeah, again, for whatever reason, again, Thunder Basin, not a big squad, not a height at least advantage over Cheyenne Central, but for whatever reason, they're being a lot more aggressive on the inside than Cheyenne Central. For whatever reason, Lady Indians is just being very timid. You wonder if also, too, the amount of fouls. We talk on the women's side for LCCC where, again, if games are getting called very tightly, we see those players, we see those Lady Golden Eagles kind of play a little hesitant. They don't play themselves. They try to avoid those foul calls.
McGrath will trigger it in to Drube. Now they'll get it down low to Strub. Back out to Jersey Taylor on the far side as they attack the zone to our right, and she'll walk with it. She wanted to get the pass initially to McGrath and then decided better to go to Drube and drug the pivot foot.
That whistle, though, coming a little bit late on that, at least turnover call there. But either way, though, basketball out to Lady Indians.
28-14 our score. Bolts will get it into Jayla Jones. Back to Bolts. Bolts now over to Jordan Jones. Jones on the near side. Again, attacking the zone down below us as we're on the north side of this building. On top, they'll go to Jayla. Lock load for three. Bang! Trifecta time.
A big-time three, a necessary three by the Lady Indians, now trailed by 11.
Quickly, Jersey Taylor inside, and she will taste some wood as she was knocked to the ground by Ellie Fernio.
So Fernio will pick up that foul. First team foul called against Cheyenne Central, second team for Fernio. That'll be her third. So again, you have Fernio with three and also Jordan Jones with 3 fouls.
At the line will be Taylor. She'll be shooting 2 times. First shot on the way is no good. She was 2 of 2 prior to that shot. Fernio will have to come on out. Bassert back in. And then wholesale substitutions again for the Bolts. We'll see Dimeline back in. Hamlin checks back in. Second shot of the way, and that one is good as it hits the twine and decides to fall in.
And that'll be the first points on the board for Thunder Basin here in this quarter.
29-17 as the Lady Indians are now down by a dozen. Inside, they'll get it to Delbridge, and that one will fall in. Nice job by Bailey working herself free down below on the low block. 29-19. Hamlin trying to get inside, loses the handle, the ball loose on the floor. Jones comes away with it to Bassert, now to Bolts, off the glass, and good!
As now we're seeing this Lady Indians team, this is what we expected, this is what we wanted to see here on the court.
29-21 in favor of Thunder Basin. Underneath, Bailey Delbridge will commit the personal as the official pointed it to her saying you bent the wrist.
That'll be the third team foul called against Cheyenne Central here in the second half for Bailey. She'll pick up her second foul.
So it will be Jersey Taylor at the line again, shooting 2 times. First shot on the way is no good. Boy, that one rimmed out.
As that far basket here, again, it was not too kind to Cheyenne Central so far. It's showing its wrath against Thunder Basin, too.
Meadow Kuntz back in, the 5-foot senior. Second shot by Taylor. That one is no good as well. And Bassert comes away with the rebound. Central down by 8, 29-21. Bassert. And are they going to call an over and back?
They did on that one.
I thought Jordan Jones got over.
Instead, they're going to call that over and back on.
Boy, that was a quick call there because Jones caught it right at the bolt, and that's over the timeline. That's a horrible call. So it will be back out to the Bolts. Bad pass, and Taylor saves it. Now we'll get it over to Salome. Her jump shot is no good. And Jordan Jones has the rebound, loses it in the backcourt. Now they got to get it out of the backcourt. Quickly to Bolts, now to Jones. Jones pushed in the backcourt as she will get it over the timeline. And then she's called for the offensive foul as Ladke hits the deck. And they're going to say she pushed off.
So Jordan will pick up her 4th foul. Team's 4th call against Cheyenne Central on what is now, again, this game's starting to get a little out of hand and getting dominated by those in the black and white.
And getting one-sided, as it should be here in Gillette.
4 fouls so far against Lady Indians, only 1 against Thunder Basin here so far.
Fernio will come back in, then we'll get it into Drube. Drube to Sloan. And now they'll have it in the hands of Kuntz. Kuntz with the left-hand dribble. She takes it back out on top. Termination dribble, gets it down low. Hold everything. Now we're going to have a bump. And that is going to be on Bolts, I do believe.
We'll see. That will be called against Kinsey. She'll pick up her 2nd foul. Team's 5th now against Cheyenne Central. 5 so far. We've only elapsed 3 minutes, at least in the second half.
Inbounds to Jersey Taylor. She loses the handle. Ball thrown up in the air. And it'll end up in the hands of Drube. Drube quickly down low. They'll get it into Salome. She'll bank it off the glass and good.
10-point lead once again for at least Thunder Basin.
Lady Indians on the attack. Outside to Bassard. Now they'll get it down low to Fernio. She's double teamed and left it short. Rebound pulled down by Kuntz. Kuntz throws it up in the air and it's taken away by Delbridge. Delbridge over to Fernio. Fernio wants to get inside. Wide open off the glass and good. 31-23 with 4:20 left to go in period number 3. Kuntz to Salome. Now they'll go on the corner on the far side to Latke. She will bring it around the elbow. On top now to Jersey Taylor. Taylor with the left-hand dribble. Gets past, hold everything.
We're going to have a foul on the inside.
I think it's going to be on Jayla Jones.
We'll wait that one. That'll be the 16th foul called against Cheyenne Central. Yes, that one going against Jayla. She'll pick up her 2nd foul as now the foul's really starting to mount up for the Lady Indians. 6 against Cheyenne Central, only 1 so far against Thunder Basin.
So Jersey Taylor at the line. She'll be shooting 2 times. First shot is good.
As again, we saw this officiating crew, just not to make light of it, but again, at least talk with fans, those locals here in Gillette.
Salih will check back in. I'm not even going to say nothing, Nick.
Yeah.
I already know how it is up here. Second shot by Taylor. That one also is good. Lead is back to 10, 33-23. And if you don't think you ever get homered in this place, then you are sorely mistaken. Bolts on the far side. Termination dribble in the corner. Now they go to Bassett. Lock load for 3. That one no good. Jayla Jones comes down the rebound, puts it back up and in. Nice positioning by Jayla Jones. And it's 33-25. Timeout called by the Lady Bolts. It is Thunder Basin 33, Central 25. Back after this 30-second timeout on 1480 KRAE. Bolts basketball after the timeout. Pass inside to Hamlin in the backcourt, and they'll get it back out on top. Jersey Taylor dribble drive along the baseline. Her shot is good. Making a swipe at it was Bassett, couldn't get it. Taylor hits the bucket. Delbridge to Salih, now to Bolts on top. They'll go to Bassett. Bassett with the left-hand dribble all the way off the window. Count the bucket. She's fouled. Hey, they blew a foul on the Lady Bolts. Holy Toledo.
That'll be the second team foul called against Lady Bolts. that one, it looks like going against Latke. She'll pick up her first. Again, 6 called against Lady Indians, only 2 here so far against the Lady Bolts.
So Bassert will go to the line for the old-fashioned 3 to draw them within 7. And the rainbow is good. 35-28. Boy, Chris is going to have a lot of fun when he comes up here, trust me. When he gets in this environment for regionals.
Yeah.
He'll really appreciate doing the games at home last year with different officiating crews. Pass on top. No good. And coming in for the rebound, putting it off the window and good. Becky Hamlin as the missed shot by McGrath. Again, that is the fault of the Lady Indians not blocking out. Quickly down court. Bassert misses the shot. Breaking free is Jersey Taylor. She has only Delbridge to beat, and Bailey will sacrifice herself with a foul. That is her third. It will send Jersey Taylor to the line, and she'll be shooting 2 times again.
As you mentioned, Delbridge picking up her 3rd foul. That'll be the 17th foul called against Cheyenne Central. So already bonus time for the Lady Bolts here. Again, that bonus extending out all the way for the remainder of this contest now.
Trailing by 9 and now 10. I count 4 bunnies that the Lady Indians have missed dead point blank. And the one by Bassert was wide open. She could get. I know Fernio's missed a couple. Delbridge missed one. Actually, Jones has missed one. 5 I have on my list. Taylor toes the mark again and gets them both. The lead is 11, 39-28. So a quick run by the Lady Indians is going to be squashed. And Central can't answer back. They need to answer right now. Delbridge. Bad pass. Ends up in the hands of Bassert. Salih's jump shot. Air ball. And last touch, I do believe it's going to be off the hands of Bassert.
Either way, though, it will be Lady Bolts basketball to extend out the 11-point lead here.
Jersey Taylor pushes it up quickly into the hands of McGrath for 3. That is no good. And battle for the rebound. Touch last by Central. Salih.
So Lady Bolts inbounding the basketball under their hoop.
Fernio's going to be pressed back in the service. And they are going to allow her in. The ball was handed to Taylor at the horn. Delbridge is going to come on out, protect her 3 fouls.
Yeah.
Also, we're going to see, well, they didn't get her in that time. It was Cowley. Now they're going to get it down low. Taylor. And the ball was not even blocked. She stumbled and fell and lost the handle of the basketball. Yeah, and they're going to say it was off Central.
Again, that hit off of her a couple times and then went out of bounds. Central, again, not even going forward, realizing that it did. Instead, they're going to call that on for
You got to be kidding me.
Lady Bolts.
Salome will come on back in as Taylor will step on out. McGrath will trigger it into Salome on top, being guarded by Cowley. Inside and loses the handle, but there to pick it up on the baseline was McGrath. They'll send it out for the long-range 3. That is no good as it was attempted by Drew. 2:01 to go here in the third quarter. Fernio finally gets it into Bolts. Bolts in the backcourt. Back over to Fernio. Fernio over the timeline with about $1.50 to go. Now to Bolts. Bolts on top. They go to Cowley. Bassert. Now over to Salih. Salih on the angle. Back over to Bassert. Rainbow 3. That one won't go. Rebound hauled down by Drew, who loses it in the backcourt momentarily. Gives it off to McGrath. McGrath quickly to Strub. Strub pull-up jump shot. That's good from about 8.
And extending out the large lead. Thunder Basin that has just dominated this entire game at this point.
And I've been calling her Strub. It's Strub. Inside, Fernio dumps it down low, off the window and good. Quick bucket down court as Cowley will get the bucket.
Now a much needed stop here on the defensive side for Cheyenne Central.
Strub now will give it over to Hamlin. Hamlin down low to Strub. Strub sends it back out. Jump shot. That one is no good. Missed by Salome. And Fernio comes away with it under a minute to play. It's 41-30 in favor of the Lady Bolts. Fernio bumped into, no call. And again, finally we get a whistle. Boy, it took a couple of bumps.
And again, fans here that travel for Cheyenne Central not too happy. Again, letting their voices at least be heard. 13th foul called against at least Lady Bolts. That one going against, it looks like Hamlin, who will pick up her first.
Back in will be Chatfield. Also in, looks like Latke and Jersey Taylor. 48.3 seconds to go. Bassert needing somebody to break free. Finally will throw it almost away as Fernio saves it right into the hands of Taylor. Taylor will come away with it, take it in the lane, pull up jump shot. That one won't go. Fernio comes down with the rebound. Ellie, long pass down court to Callie. Callie can't take it down low, give it off to Bassert. Bassert off the window and good. Nice job by Kelsey Bassert. She has 5 here in the quarter. It's 41-32. Chatfield. Taylor for an open 3, and she'll drill it.
And that one hurts. Seeing that one fall through for Thunder Basin.
Quickly down court. Cowley can't save it on the long pass by Fernio as the Lady Indians will cough it up with 12.4 seconds to go.
Good idea there by Cheyenne Central on that one, but again, a little too long and strong on that pass.
Jayla Jones checks back in. She'll come in for Fernio with 12.4 seconds to go. It'll be Chatfield in the backcourt to trigger it in. Get into Hamlin. They'll hand it back. Check that to Dimeling. Dimeling to Chatfield. Now to Jersey Taylor. Taylor drives along the baseline, off the window, and good. After 3 periods of play, it is the Lady Bolts 46, Cheyenne Central 32. The final 8 minutes after the 60-second timeout of 1480 KRAE. Work in the third quarter, Nick, for the Lady Indians. They outscored the Lady Bolts 19-18 and only picked up 1 point as they were down by 15 and a half, now 14 to start the fourth quarter.
You try to win the small battles, and Cheyenne Central did there in that quarter, but now you need to pick it up here.
Jayla Jones down low to Fernio. Fernio kicks it out. Cowley drives along the baseline, hold everything. She's pushed, and it might be on Latke. No, it will be on Dimeling.
Dimeling will pick up that second foul of hers. 14th foul called against at least Lady Bolts.
By the way, no Lady Bolts in foul difficulty as opposed to Cheyenne Central. They'll send it way out to Jones. They'll get it down low to Fernio. Fernio with the right hand off the window, and again another bunny missed. My goodness. Quickly down court. Chatfield throws one up. That is no good. Pulling down the rebound and putting it back up and in is Salome. And this has been the killer for Cheyenne Central, not blocking out. Defense boards have been awful.
Well, again, you wonder for Cheyenne Central being a little timid on their play style due to the fact of the amount of fouls that have been called against them.
Cowley loses the handle, throws it right into the hands of the Lady Bolts. Chatfield down court quickly with the basketball. Finds a wide open Dimeling for 3. That one is no good, and it will end up in the hands of Jordan Jones, who will give it off to Fernio. Fernio steps back in between the rings. Fernio now drives on the baseline, off the window, and it won't go. Come on. The foul will be on Dimeling.
So she'll pick up her third quick one there. Team's 5th called against Lady Bolts.
Well, either Ellie's just got way too much English on the ball tonight. That one was right there, and it just kicked right out. First shot on the way by Fernio is no good.
Shooting, though, for Cheyenne Central tonight has just been kind of rough here so far. Again, they've had difficulty getting the easy shots to fall through. Again, you talked about the at least
six of them. And the lead of 16 for the Bolts. Still 16 as Ellie misses both free throws, and it's 48-32. Dimeling, bad pass taken away by Delbridge. Delbridge will slow it down, wait for everybody to show up that is wearing a red jersey. Far side over to Bassett. Bassett with the left-hand dribble, being guarded by Chatfield, back over to Delbridge. Delbridge gets it inside to Fernio. Fernio double team in the corner to Bassett. Now on top to Delbridge. Delbridge finds Jayla Jones. Lock, load for three off the front of the iron, no good. Rebound. And then Jersey Taylor just threw Bassett down on the floor, no call. Inside they will go to Salome, and she will hit the bucket. That one you'll see live on the film. She literally threw Bassett on the floor. No call.
Again, you hear the moaning and groaning of at least Cheyenne Central fans where it's at this point, what can you do with this officiating crew?
Well, they're not the reason that Central is losing per se.
They haven't helped either.
Delbridge near center court. Kicks it over to Bassett. Bassett in the corner, down below us. Now to Fernio. Fernio double team. Gets inside. Has her pass taken away. And then we're going to have a foul in the backcourt. Sure.
That will be against Jayla.
If you have a red shirt, yeah, we'll call that one.
That'll be the 18th foul called against the Lady Indians. Jayla will pick up her third foul on that one. So, again, a lot of foul difficulty out there for Coach Kirkbride.
Salome will come back, will go to the line. She'll be shooting one penalty. Back in the lineup will be McGrath. Also, it will be Gabby Drew back in for the Lady Bolts, and we'll see Meadow Kuntz checking in. So at the line, Salome's shot is no good, and Jordan Jones clears the board away. Quickly down court, Jones steps back for a 16-footer, goes 15, gets her own rebound, off the window, and good. Nice follow-up by Jordan Jones.
Great vision and awareness there by Jordan on that play. Great aggressive nature there, too.
Kuntz over to Salome. Salome loses the handle inside, then kicks it out to Drew. Drew did a little double dribble there. Thanks to Jayla Jones stepping in front of her.
That's what they will call as Cheyenne Central basketball here, trailing by 16.
Strube will check back in. Inbounds will come to, it looks like, Bolts in the backcourt. Kenzie will push it up over the timeline into the near court. Terminates the dribble, gives it off to Bassett. Bassett wants to get inside, then kicks it out to Jordan Jones. Again, Bassett hits the deck, no call. Jones wanting to get inside, steps back for a 15-footer. That one won't go, cleared away by Hamlin. 4:44 to go here in the game. Hamlin wants to go coast to coast with it, and wait a minute, did I see an offensive foul called?
I do believe so. So that will go against Hamlin. Her second, team 6 now called against the Lady Bolts. Again, 8 have been called so far in this half against Cheyenne Central. Is now catching up for Thunder Basin as they are now at 6 total team fouls.
So Jones will come on out. Fernio back in. Bad pass in the backcourt. Are you kidding me? Down court quickly and missing the easy bunny was McGrath. She was wide open after the turnover. Now to Delbridge. Delbridge. And now she's going to get called for the push-off on Kuntz.
That'll be the 19th foul called against the Lady Indians for Bailey Delbridge. That'll be her 4th. So we have one more for her, and her night will be done.
50-34. Don't forget the guys are coming up after this contest. Strube kicks it out. Lock, load for 3. That is good. And it's nailed by Hamlin.
As Thunder Basin right now trying to dethrone the #1 team here in Class 4A, Cheyenne Central. They're leading by 19.
Well, Central helped in dethroning themselves out of that #1 spot, that's for sure.
Again, this is a tough place to come play and win at.
And you're going to have to win at Campbell County tomorrow, too, and that's not going to be an easy chore either. Inside they go to Delbridge. Delbridge hits the deck hard, and who fouled her? Take your pick, either It's going to be on Hamlin or it's going to be on Kuntz.
Kuntz will pick up her second foul, team 7th, called against Lady Bolt's 7th team foul against Thunder Basin, which puts Cheyenne Central into the bonus.
Bailey Delbridge will toe the mark for Cheyenne Central. They only got 2 points here in the quarter. Can you believe that? Trailing by 19.
Now the offense has been a struggle here tonight. Doesn't surprise me.
Air ball on the free throw.
And shots like that do not help it as well, too.
So Kuntz will come on out. Back in will be Drube. So a little bit of everything has misfired for Cheyenne Central. All Glenn Kirkbride could do is stand there with his hands on his hips. And the second shot is good by Delbridge, which will bring Delbridge out, and Callie will check back in for Cheyenne Central.
3:51 remaining in this contest, where Cheyenne Central, again, they've been dominated this entire contest by Thunder Basin.
Well, and it's not so much that Central's going to cash in, but this is just too much of a deficit for them to try to get it and hold everything. A whistle inside.
So travel.
Drube slipped and then traveled with it, so it will be out to the late innings. It's just one of those where, you're just not going to come back. You can't get passes out of the backcourt, for gosh sakes. Finally, Fernio saves it, gives it back to Bassert. Bassert crosses it over to Callie, now in between the loops over to Fernio. Fernio with 3:28 on the Pepsi scoreboard. Fernio caught up in traffic, needs to get rid of it. Finally on a bounce over to Bassert. Bassert bumped into by Jersey Taylor. Bassert dumps it down low to Fernio. Fernio, and she will draw the foul. This one will be on Strube.
That'll be the 18th foul called against Thunder Basin. As I mentioned, with Strube picking up the foul, that'll be her second.
Ellie is 0 for 4 from the free throw line, so 15 feet, along with 2 feet, have not been her bailiwick tonight. First shot on the way is good. Hey, she's 1 for 5.
At least it does fall through. We'll see Jordan Jones come back in. She'll sub in, at least sub around her sister Jayla.
And Jordan with 4 fouls will go as far as she can in the final 3:16.
Yep.
Back in will be Ladke.
Give her sister a much-needed break as she's been out there for quite some time.
Ladke will come in for Hamlin.
And again, Jayla does have the sickness, so and she's kind of battling not at 100% right now.
Second shot by Fernio is no good, and it'll be hauled in by Solome. Taylor, now they'll get it high on top to Drube. Drube to Strube. Drube and Strube. Sounds like a good law firm. Then we're going to have a whistle.
That one.
Callie.
Yeah, Callie will pick up her first foul. Team's 10th, called against Cheyenne Central. Double bonus time now for Thunder Basin. That will be double bonus for the remainder 3:03 in this contest here.
Gabby Drube will be at the line. She has 3 points. Hit a trifecta way back in quarter number 1. First shot on the way is good.
Talk about at least the law firm between Drube and Strube. Cheyenne Central might want to file a lawsuit of just what happened here, this at least criminal game here at Thunder Basin.
Well, as judge and jury in this one, I'm going to have to pronounce Central guilty. They were the victim of their own miscues tonight. 55-36 as Drube nails them both. Jordan Jones gets it over to Bolts inside to Fernie Hope. Banks it off the glass and good. Everybody just kind of backing off right now, don't want to commit a foul. In the backcourt, they'll get it to Ladke. Ladke now to Drube. Drube throws it right into the waiting hands of Bassert. Bassert on a bounce to Bolts. Bolts lost the handle, and it's taken away by Salome. Salome quickly to Drube, but 2:30 to go. Drube on top as they stay outside the perimeter. And again, they're in no major hurry to get anything going.
Again, with no shot clock, it's pretty much kill as much time off the game clock as you can.
Central's pretty much been in a zone.
Yeah.
Daring them to shoot from the outside. Now they'll go down low, high off the glass. Good job by Fernio. Missing the shot, getting her own rebound is Strube. Strube will get it inside to Salome. She loses the handle. Jones comes away with it quickly to Bassert. Bassert inside, can't get it to bank off the window. Ball loose on the floor. Strube saves it into the hands of Jersey Taylor. $1.50 on the Pepsi scoreboard. Taylor kicks it out. Ladke, jump shot, good. It's a pretty simple drill.
Easy enough like that for Thunder Basin.
57-38, 140 left on the Pepsi scoreboard. Fernio now to Jordan Jones. Jones wants to get inside, uses the big body. That's cut off. Sends it out to Bolts. Bolts a little give and go and throws it right into the hands of Jersey Taylor. Taylor quickly to Drew. Drew down court. Left hand off the window and good. That's where Central has killed themselves. Turnovers have just punished them.
With the loss, Cheyenne Central is going to fall to 14-2 overall. With the win for Thunder Basin Lady Bolts, they're going to go to 13-5 overall.
59-38. Bolts gets inside over to Bassett. Bassett off the window and good on the assist from Bolts.
And
then we're going to have a whistle.
A timeout called by Thunder Basin, possibly.
102 left to go, 59-40 in favor of Thunder Basin. Back after this 30-second timeout on 1480 KRAE. Two seconds to go. They called for a full timeout, but everybody's back on the floor in 30. Nick, luckily we called for a 30.
Yeah, again, timeout's not really mattering at this point. Now we're under a minute remaining in this contest with Thunder Basin on pace to win.
Kyla Bush back in. Long range three. Nailed by Brooke Conklin as she hits the trifecta.
22-point advantage right now for the Lady Bolts.
62-40 our score.
Was not anticipating this one.
And Jordan Jones being pushed all the way down the floor. And finally the whistle against Kinsey Larson. Kinsley Larson, junior, 5'9" junior.
Larson picks up her first foul, team's ninth called against Thunder Basin here, which is at a mute point. Again, interested to see how Central rebounds and also, too, see what East can do coming up tomorrow here in this gymnasium.
Shot is good by Jordan Jones, who has 8 points.
And Cheyenne East at Campbell County here tonight. Tomorrow they'll be here taking on this Thunder Basin team.
Second shot of the way. That one also is good. Under 35 seconds to go as Chatfield brings it up. Hands it off to Larson. Larson drives along the baseline, kicks it out. Lock and load, Conklin for three, and nailed it again. Boy, you want to talk about putting salt in the wound. Conklin has done that back-to-back. And then backcourt pressure still applied by the Lady Bolts with 15 seconds to go. Delbridge will get it over the timeline. 10 seconds left. Delbridge now over to Jones with 8 seconds. Jones hands it over to Delbridge. Delbridge takes it inside, throws it up, and will draw a foul with 0.3 seconds to go.
Couldn't swallow the whistle on that one. It said we had to get the 10-team foul against Thunder Basin on that one. So double bonus for the 0.3 seconds here for the Lady Indians.
Chatfield will be at the line. She'll be Chatfield
picked up the foul. Yeah, her
Delbridge
first.
will be shooting 2 times. First shot is good as Delbridge has been busy at the line. She is 5 of 7.
On this Lady Indians team, I marked down February 14, 2020 as a date to remember.
Second shot also good, 65-44. That's your ball game. Lady Bolts defeat Cheyenne Central 65-44 here at Thunder Basin High School. We'll be back after a 2-minute timeout right here on 1480 KRAE.
If you're looking for fun and style, then the new 2019 Kia Optima has what you need. And here at Kia of Cheyenne, we can help you own one. I'm AJ Miller, and the 2019 Kia Optima will reward your daily drive with comfort, performance, and advanced engineering. Kia Optima technology, your phone allows access to remote lock or unlock, climate control, 24-hour roadside assistance, and much more. Come in, call 775-0123, or go to KiaofCheyenne.com. We'll make it easy.
the second half a little better for Cheyenne Central scoring-wise. They put up 31 points. Unfortunately, they put up 13 in the first half, and that's not going to cut it.
No.
7-6, 19-12 for Cheyenne Central. Nobody in double figures tonight. Jordan Jones along with Ellie Fernio with 9 points each. 8 for Bailey Delbridge, 7 for Jayla Jones, who came in off sick bay. 5 points for Kelsey Bassert, 2 for Cowley, Rory Cowley, and 2 points for Kenzie Bolts. That's the scoring for Cheyenne Central.
Yeah, it was a rough go of it for scoring for Cheyenne Central here tonight, but again, this is a game that again, I said mark down the date. That was essentially, if you're the Lady Indians and your coach Kirkbride, you mark this down as that kind of, St. Valentine's Day massacre without a doubt, where when you come back up to this place in about a couple weeks, hopefully on the minds of this Lady Indians team and Coach Kirkbride is revenge. If you see this team, which I think for the Lady Indians, you're going to possibly see this team again in regional tournament time here in their home gymnasium. So it is something that you lost. You got 2 losses on the season. You're going to drop. We'll see how far in the polls. But either way, you lick your wounds. You focus up tomorrow playing over at Campbell County. Take out some frustrations on that Lady Camels team. But also, too, it's something of, all right, you got beat this time. Show what you're made of the next time you meet this Lady Bulls team.
Or can you rebound back? That's the question. And I like the word, too. I mean, this was the St. Valentine's Day massacre. They weren't ambushed. They got massacred here tonight. For the Lady Bolts, 18 in the first period, 10 in quarter number 2, 18 in quarter number 3, 19 in quarter number 4. Paced by Jersey Taylor's 20 points, 11 points for Sydney Salome. Also 8 points for Molly Strube, half dozen for Gabby Drube, 2 points for Peyton McGrath, 5 for Becklin Hamlin, 2 points for Kate Ladke. Also scoring was Marissa Chatfield. She had 2 and 7 points off the bench for Brooke Conklin. So that wraps up their 65 points. Again, the final score, game 1, 65-44. The second half of the doubleheader about ready to get underway. Men's action. And again, number 1, Cheyenne Central going up against now number 4, Thunder Basin. Everything looks good for Cheyenne Central on paper, but you got to play 32 minutes. Yeah,
without a doubt, Cheyenne Central coming into this contest again with only 1 loss. That loss is to a outside of the state opponent, that being Scottsbluff in Scottsbluff, Nebraska. So for Cheyenne Central, this is a Indians team that is yet to be beaten by a team here in the state of Wyoming. We'll see what happens. Yes, 32 minutes. They had a scare this past weekend at home against Sheridan, but again, for Cheyenne Central, the Indians, we'll see what they can do now on the road against a very talented Thunder Basin team.
And you had to say that, too, because now it's embedded in my brain. Well, it's still St. Valentine's Day.
This is a Thunder Basin team that beat up South at South this past weekend, but then lost on the road at Laramie to the Plainsmen, got upset a bit there at Plainsman Gymnasium. So you wonder for Thunder Basin, is a little revenge on their mind for at least getting their a loss this past weekend out of that southeast quadrant. So we'll see what teams show up here tonight for both boys squads.
And Thunder Basin, and here's the sad part, gang. I hate to say this, the same officiating crew that did last game is back out for this one.
Ouch.
So this is not one that I'm very happy with. And again, to Ron Laird of the Wyoming High School Activity Association, shame on you for having the same crew do a girls game and come back and do a guys game. Not very wise here in high school.
He hasn't done a lot of wise decisions there atop of the Activities Association. But either way, though, again, buckle up for this one. It's going to be another fun one here at Thunder Basin in front of the Gillette faithful. And again, at least those who did travel from Cheyenne to support their Indians. So again, that coming up here in about 10:30 here, at least about 10 minutes or 30 seconds here.
And let's take a 60-second timeout. When we come back, we will chat with head coach Tag Lane of the Central Indians after these words here on 1480 KRAE.
College has been something that's always been on the back of my mind.
This is where I found what I wanted, one of my passions, what I really love to do.
In class, I feel more engaged.
The people here do care about you, and they want to help you succeed in life.
They make it so easy to be a parent and be able to still go to school.
I like the way I'm improving.
I love being, part of the LCCC family, and I'm glad I made this step in my life.
Larry Proietti now chatting with head coach Tag Lane of the Cheyenne Central Indians as we get ready for a great matchup tonight here in Gillette at Thunder Basin High School, and we'll talk more about the Bolts here in just a little bit. But, Coach, you know, you look at all of the matchups that you have, you know, whether you go to Laramie or you go to Story and you face a crosstown rival Cheyenne East or you take on South. This, to me, this road trip, tonight and tomorrow afternoon, this is the tester road trip as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, I mean, this year this is our trip. Last year we were up in Sheridan, which is awfully difficult as well. But, you know, it's nice to be in one town for 2 games, and unlike what you have to do on that other trip when you're in Casper and up to Sheridan. But you definitely have 2 great teams, 2 teams with a lot of tradition, with Coach Curry being here and Rory being here. I mean, at Thunder Basin, you really get that old school Gillette Campbell County basketball, the way they play and the feel of their gym and the way they do things. And you know, Bubba has made a name for himself just on his own right and what he's done as a basketball coach, and he's been outstanding. So you've got to come in here and you got to play really, really good basketball to have a chance.
Well, one of the things your team has done this season is played pretty consistent basketball. Now, when you think of the Cheyenne Central Indians, you always say Lawson Lovering. But again, it's been a different cast of characters every game. That has to please you throughout the part of the season that we've gone through thus far.
Yeah, I think our guys really have bought into playing our style, moving the ball with the pass and taking the best look that we can find, and being very unselfish and playing downhill. And all of those things combined have put us in a position where I think we're number 2 in the state in scoring behind Thunder Basin. But then we turn around on the defensive end, and we've been really, really good there. And we've been number 1 in the state on the defensive end. And so you put that together, you're having a great year. And we've got a lot of different guys, and they can approach things in a different way. We usually get a lot of double teams with Lawson. But, you know, Sheridan really singled him up a bunch, and he had 27 points. So, you know, he's not forcing things, and he's playing on both ends of the floor at a really high level.
You know what I like about the Indians, too, and again, I have not really seen the Indians. I've been keeping, obviously, tabs on Cheyenne Central, but I remember down in really way back in December, and that seems like a long time ago. But also, too, your bench is very critical. Kate's coming off the bench, LeBeaumont, and Brock Storbo. It seems like, you know, just with a few moves that you make throughout the course of the game, these 3 guys are very instrumental when they come in and play for you.
Yeah, there's no drop-off. You know, it's a different kind of style. We get different things from each of these guys, and we can go big and put Randy out there along with Lawson out there at the same time. Brock has come in, and he's been really, really good physical, good defensively, and taking great shots. He's shooting at a high clip. I think Ethan is probably shooting close to 50% from 3 since Christmas. And he's gotten more and more confidence, and we found him, and we're more comfortable playing through him when we need to. And he's hit a number of big shots that just kind of relax our team, you know, take a deep breath like, okay. And, he's been tough. And you know, we have great balance. We have great balance, and we love the way that we're playing as a group. And there's, you know, we were unfortunate to have lost, Dawson McCleary this year, who would have been an integral part of our team. But he's in practice with us every day. He's on this trip with us. And so it doesn't matter, you know, where we're at. We've got a really good, tight, you know, team concept, and excited about this group of kids.
Coach, when you put this team together, and again, when you had the kids coming back from last season's team, when you put this team together, did you envision this team, how transitional it can be, how stop and pop it can be, and how it can go down to the low block? I mean, you cover all of the offensive facets of high school basketball.
Well, yeah, we really looked at some things that I think that we've kind of implemented into our style of play that fit these guys really well. So we run the floor, we run our post to the rim, but then after that we get him out of the post, we butt screen, we move guys, and we're trying to play a style that is kind of updated to today's game, but a lot less dribble drive than what you see from other teams. And that's the adjustment that guys have to make in our program offensively is, can they move without the ball? Can they pass the ball to the right place and make the right play? And we're trying to do that and play downhill, but we certainly take the open shots when we get them, and we're looking to play fast and play aggressive and make 32 minutes a lot of basketball.
Final thought again, the Bolts and a lot of these names that I see here on the roster, familiar names from football. This is a familiar team to you, so you look back on what you did positive and things that you can improve on. So tell us a little bit what I guess, in a roundabout way, the game plan.
Yeah, you know what? These guys are really, really good, and they have – I think we've shot something like 200 threes, and they've shot something like 600 threes. So – we definitely are going to have to defend the three-point line. We're going to have to get back defensively. And then we're going to have to play a lot of one-on-one defense. And it's going to be a guy having to match up with his guy and beat him. And we're prepared to do that. We'll see how it goes. They're prepared to play fast and spread us out, and it'll just be a battle of wills.
And as many times I've been up here in the Razor City, you got to take the crowd out right away as well, too.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Tag Lane, join us on our pregame show. We're going to take a 60-second timeout. We'll come back with the starting lineups right after this on 1480 KRAE. Indians starting lineup under head coach Tag Lane, assisted by Randy Philbin and John Will. Here's the way they're going to line up in the backcourt. It'll be 5'8" senior Ryan Stampley. He'll be joined by Carlo Labatos, the 5'11" junior. On the wings will be 6'2" junior Nathaniel Talich. Check that, sophomore Nathaniel Talich. Brady Storbo, who is a 6'5" junior, and in the middle will be 7-footer Lawson Lovering is a junior. So it'll be Stampley, Labatos, Talich, Storbo, and Lovering for Cheyenne Central.
Cheyenne Central, that comes in this contest 14-1 as well, number 1 ranked in Class 4A here in the standings.
Central in the home, checked in the travel red uniforms with the white numerals, black outline, Central across the front. Take a 30-second timeout. We'll come back with the Thunder Basin starting lineup after this. The Thunder Basin Bolts in their home white uniform with the blue numerals and the dark outline. With the Bolts across the front, they are under the direction of head coach Rory Williams, assisted by longtime Gillette head coach Mike Curry. Here's the way the Bolts are going to line up in the backcourt. It'll be 6-footer Mason Hamilton. He is a junior. He'll be joined by the senior Hayden Silty. Along the wings will be Deegan Williams. He's a senior. And Mikhail Holte. He is also a senior. In the middle will be Blaine Allen. He's a 6'4" junior. Hamilton, Allen, Silty, Williams, and Holte for the Bolts.
This is a Bolts team that comes into this contest 13-4 overall. They are number 4 ranked in Class 4A, and we'll look at the rest of the standings on the boys' side. We'll start in the southeast quadrant where Cheyenne Central again at the top, undefeated 3-0, 14-1 overall. Cheyenne East is on their heels at 2-1, 13-5 overall. Laramie 1-2 in quadrant play. They're 9-6 overall, and Cheyenne South rounding out the bottom at 0-3, 7-9 overall. In the northeast quadrant, Sheridan is actually leading that quadrant because they are undefeated at 3-0, but they are 9-6 overall. Thunder Basin 2-1 in quadrant play. As I mentioned, 13-4. Campbell County 1-2, 8-8 overall in play for the Camels. And last but not least, the Mustangs out of Natrona County. They're 0-3 quadrant play. 4-10 on the season.
Lady Indians lose 65-44 earlier. Guys hoping for the split here. We do want to thank all our fine sponsors: Arrow Moving and Storage, B&B Appliance and TV, Baskin-Robbins, the LCCC Flight Crew, Breadbasket Bakery, Burns Insurance Company, Capital Lumber Company, Charles Schwab, Cheyenne Auto Repair and Service, Chick-fil-A, Fat Boys Tire and Auto, First Education Federal Credit Union, Foot of the Rockies, Holiday Motors, High West Energy, Joe Ed Produce, Kia of Cheyenne, Laramie County Community College, Cheyenne Regional Medical Center, the Injury Prevention Program, and First Tier Bank. The Indians now being introduced as we will wait on the Bolts coming up. Also, we want to thank MHP LLP, Lennox Auto Body, Little Philly, Mary's Mountain Cookies, Medicap Pharmacy, Meridian Trust, Federal Credit Union, Merritt Plumbing and Heating, Page and Zach Lane at number 1 Properties, Pepsi of Cheyenne with our Pepsi scoreboard, Peach Builders, Platte Valley Bank, Taco John's, Gill Window Company, Wyoming Department of Transportation, and Cheyenne Urological PC.
Do want to take this opportunity as well, too, as you mentioned, with LCCC. Again, we will have LCCC men's and women's basketball here live in Gillette over at Gillette College tomorrow at 2 and 4 o'clock here on 1480 AM, 101.1 FM, 1480KRAE.com, and video live streaming on Periscope via Twitter and also to the 1480KRAE YouTube channel. Again, LCCC versus Gillette, the Lady Pronghorns and Pronghorns, happening over at Gillette College.
Well, I don't know if Carter Labatos is battling a bug right now, but right in front of us, he's not feeling well.
They got a little upset there.
So
thankfully, I don't have the camera posted on that one. It's towards at least the
But the bottom line is he's trying to drink as much water as he can. Again, unfortunately, we saw that. Yeah, we saw enough of that with Cheyenne. With Laramie County Community College.
Yeah.
So hopefully, Labatos will make the call as he's trying to get it back together. As the Bolts now have been introduced on the floor.
Again, Labatos anticipated to be the starter right now, but again, he's working through a bug. Don't know if it's something he ate, if it's just kind of nerves. Not sure what it is, but it looks like he's going to be good to go.
All right, so Labatos is going to come
They did have Jimmy John's earlier, so maybe it was just a bad sandwich.
No, well, it was made here in Gillette. Okay, sure, it wasn't made in Cheyenne. All right, I'm going to go with that.
There you go.
Boy, I tell you what, you are in that St. Valentine's Day massacre today.
I think we're hated in Casper. I think we're hated in Gillette.
You are.
Yeah, why not?
Me.
We call it as it is.
Me, I just don't like officials. And I don't like the same ones refereeing this game as they did the ladies' contest.
Yeah.
I have a problem with that.
That's a big issue.
You mean to tell me there's only 3 guys available tonight? Give me a break. Let's play ball. Lovering. He will win the tap as he often does. He'll get it to Labatos. Now to Stamfley. Over to Talich. On the near side. Down low to Lovering. Back at to Talich. Talich cut off on the baseline. Out to Lovering. Lovering to Labatos. Labatos inside to Talich. Talich's shot is blocked and then taken away by the Bolts. Quickly down court. The Bolts will send it back for a long-range 3. That is no good by Blaine Allen. And a bad pass by Labatos, almost taken away by Mason Hamilton.
The Bolts that, just as Tag Lane alluded to in the pregame show, again, they love to shoot from behind the arc. Again, they have been an unprecedented attempts throughout this season.
As the Indians now attack the zone to our far right. Talich, top of the key. Far side over to Labatos. Lob it down low. They get it to Storbo. Good. Little turnaround jump shot as he was posting down low, and it will be 2-0 in favor of Cheyenne Central. Allen over to Holte. Holte now into the hands of Williams. Williams in between the loops, wanting to get inside, then kicks it over the corner to Mason Hamilton. Hamilton sends it on top to Blaine Allen. Allen between the loops. Inside they go to Williams. Kick it into the corner, long range 3. That one won't go, and Lovering will clear the board. The missed shot by Holte. And it'll be Indians basketball. Lovering finds a wide open Talich for 3. Bang! Trifecta time.
How about a 5-0 run to start out this contest here in favor of the Indians?
Quickly down court, and we're going to have a foul on Labatos. You got to be kidding me. Labatos, again, in that danger zone in the lane as he was set.
Yeah, that middle ground, which is kind of iffy, but Carter will pick up his first foul. Team's first called against Cheyenne Central.
It will send to the line to shoot 2. It'll be Deegan Williams for the Bolts, who trail 5-0 here after the first minute and 29 seconds.
Thunder Basin looking for their first points here on the board.
First shot on the way by the southpaw is good. You know, and I'm going to sit here and be real candid, Nick. I'm going to whine about some of these calls tonight. I mean, we saw what the Crew did in the first game, and they were not that impressive. Second shot is no good. Lovering wipes the board clean. Quickly to Lobatos, drops it back into the hands of Stanley. Stanley over to Talich. Talich lobs it down to Lovering. Back out to Talich. Lock load for three. That one won't go. Rebound hauled in by Williams. And then Williams will be called on the block by Lovering. And Lovering's like, you got to be kidding me.
As that foul going against Cheyenne Central. That will be the second team foul called against the Indians for Lawson. It'll be his first.
Brock Storbo will check in for Cheyenne Central. Brock is 6'5". He's a junior. We'll see Ethan Cates, the senior. He's a 6-footer. And we'll also see Randy LeBeaumont in, the 6'7" senior. Driving along the baseline, and bad pass almost taken away by Brock Storbo. Quick hands by Brock, almost got the pass.
But it'll stay with Thunder Basin on their end here.
As Silty tried to drive along the baseline, that was cut off. Inbounds will come to Hamilton. Bad pass as Williams tracks it down near center court. Williams being guarded by Talich as the Indians in man-on-man defense. Allen in the corner on the far side, now bring it out on the wing to Williams. Williams, nice guard job defensively by Talich. Now they'll finally give it off to Hamilton. Hamilton on top, they'll go to Allen. Allen takes a dribble drive inside, kicks it back out. Hamilton's long-range three. That won't go. And the rebound hauled in, tracked down by Brock Storbo to Stanley. Stanley over to Talich. Talich on the near side. Outside the perimeter, they'll get over to Cates. Cates down to Stanley. Down low, they'll go to Storbo. He'll kick it back out to Stanley. Stanley dribble drive along the baseline, throws it right into the waiting arms of Blaine Allen. Allen quickly to Holtby. Back over to Blaine Allen. How about an NBA three? That one won't go. Rebound hauled in by Randy LeBeaumont.
As neither team shooting too pretty here, at least in this first quarter.
5-1 in favor of Cheyenne Central. 5-minute mark here in quarter number one. LeBeaumont high on top. Hands it back over to Brock Storbo. Stanley. Cates for three. Bang! Ethan Cates with a trifecta. 8-1 in favor of Cheyenne Central. Williams dumps it back to Allen as they attack the zone just below us here as we are on the left side of the zone. And slipping on the deck and losing the basketball is Holtby. And it will be out to the Central Indians. Lovering, Brady Storbo, along with Lobatos, and we'll see Cade Burns in for the first time for Cheyenne Central. Burns is a junior. He's 6'7" as well. Stanley in the backcourt. Will push it up over the timeline, has the ball tapped away, keeps it, drops it back to Burns. Burns wants to go inside, puts on the brakes, turn around, a little 4-footer, good. Cade Burns makes it 10-1.
Yeah, Central coming out strong here.
Another bad pass by Deegan Williams, and a timeout is being called by the Bolts. Central 10, Bolts 1. 4:12 to go in period number one. Back after this 30-second timeout on 1480 KRAE. Proietti, Nick Proietti, high atop at Thunder Basin High School. Chris, bring some oxygen with you, pal. You're going to like it. I think it's not a bad view.
I was going to say they're lower elevation out here than they are in Cheyenne.
But it's not a bad view from here, except, especially when they're going to the far side.
It's better
and you got 62-year-old eyes like me.
I'm just saying it's better than being tucked away in the stands with the fans where.
Oh, been there, did that.
Yeah.
Stanley in the backcourt, pushing it over to the timeline, hands it over to Burns. Burns with the left-hand dribble, takes it inside, then travels with it as he bumped into Allen. So the Indians will turn it over.
Kind of the first mental miscue there by the Indians after kind of playing near perfect here early on.
And we are about halfway done with quarter number one, 3:55 left to go. Hamilton in the corner, long-range three. That might have been partially blocked by Silty. Stanley, another bad pass, and it will be last touched by, Hamilton.
Yeah, Hamilton.
Couple of questionable passes by Cheyenne Central. Stanley knows better than that. He's a senior.
But either way, fortunate enough there for the Indians. Their basketball.
Storbo actually knocked it off Silty, so it will be out to Cheyenne Central. Burns over to Lovering. Stanley now to Lawson. He kicks it back out. Stanley lock load for three. Bang! And another trifecta.
Where Thunder Basin. We got a almost potential steal and basket there for Stanley.
Williams. And he will get the reach-in foul. And ticky-tack. Okay. I'll call that one ticky-tack. So
that'll be the third team foul call against the Indians for Stanley. It'll be his first. Again, 3 have been called so far against Cheyenne Central, none against Thunder Basin.
Well, it's a 13-1 lead in favor of Cheyenne Central. Williams pushing off, no call there, as they will get it out to Holte. Holte now inside. Pass is tipped away, ends up in the hands of Allen. Allen now, a ball knocked away by Stanley and taken away. Quickly down court goes Talich. Talich off the window and good. And right now, it is a 15-1 score.
As we had at least an official timeout, looked like Hamilton crashing into the boards there, at least to the wall, coming up a little limping there.
Jordan Klassen will come in, a 6'2" senior, as he will come in for Mason Hamilton. Williams, Deegan Williams on the far side. Now we'll bring it over the near side to Klassen. Klassen fires it over to Allen. They've been stuck on one for a while. Allen dumps in the corner. Klassen, lock, load for 3. That is going to be well off the mark into the hands of Williams. Williams puts it up and in as he put it up over Talich, and he will get the bucket.
That's the first field goal of this evening by Thunder Basin, coming with about 2:24 remaining here in this first quarter.
Williams with all 3 of their points is it's 15-3. Talich on the near side as they stay outside the perimeter. Lovering tossed one. That's picked off by Allen. Allen will step back for a trifecta. That one is no good. Long rebound comes out to Carter Labatos, who throws it right into the waiting hands of Williams. Labatos saves it, and a timeout quickly called by Tag Lane. $1:59 to go here in quarter number 1. 15-3 in favor of Cheyenne Central. Back after this 30-second timeout on 1480 KRAE. Five back on the floor for the Indians. Brady Storbo, Lawson Lovering, Cardinal Labatos, Ryan Stanley, along with Nathaniel Talich. Talich will trigger it into Stanley. 15-3 in favor of Cheyenne Central. Lovering has yet to score this contest, believe it or not. He's got about an 8-inch advantage over Blaine Allen.
Yeah, but for the Indians, though, they have a 12-point advantage here.
Of course, he draws a double team wherever he goes. Labatos hold everything. And now we're going to have an offensive foul called on Lovering. Boy, you want to talk about being targeted, and that brings Tag Lane up. And again, he's going to be called for an elbow. And again, we had problems with this official last game. And again, Tag Lane does not like the call.
Second foul called against Lawson on that one. Team's 4th called against Cheyenne Central. Again, 4 have been called against the Indians, none against the Bolts.
Allen will send it out on top. Taking it all the way and missing the shot is Holte. Luckily, there was no whistle there as he hit the deck. Quickly, Storbo. He wants to get inside. He will throw up about an 8-footer that goes 9. Rebound pulled down by Williams. Williams pushes it down quickly into the hands of Holte. Holte back over to Williams. Williams drives inside, walked with it, got away with one, and Lovering comes away with it. Of course, Rory Williams wanted a foul. We've already had enough against Cheyenne Central. Stanley puts on the brakes. Lovering slams it home. Nice job by Lawson, who was trailing. Stanley spots him out of the corner of his eye, and it's 17-3. Under a minute to play here in the first quarter. Williams on the far side.
Quarter that has been led from the get-go by Cheyenne Central.
Now we'll give it off to Klassen. Check that to Holte. Holte now to Allen, now to Klassen. Klassen on the near side on the angle. Again, staying outside the perimeter, now to Allen. Allen inside. They go to Holte in the corner now to Williams with 36 seconds left on the game clock. Williams trying to drive, hold everything, a whistle before the shot, and Central will pick up yet another foul. That will be 5 now on Cheyenne Central. None for the Bolts.
Yeah, Staffley will pick up his second foul on that one. 5th team foul called against the Indians. Again, a little one-sided here by this officiating crew here in Gillette.
Randy LeBeaumont back in. Ethan Cates also in for Cheyenne Central. 32.5 seconds to go. It looks like Mason Hamilton has checked back in. We'll also see for the first time Andre Felton. He's a 6'4" junior. Inbounds will come to Williams. Williams with a left-hand dribble. That's cut off by Talich. They'll kick it out to Allen. Allen wants to get inside with a left hand. Spin around move off the window. That is no good. Tipped out. Last touched by, I think it went off Klassen.
I think so, but it's going to be Central High basketball here with 19.1 seconds remaining in this quarter.
So for the Indians, and I think that's Klassen, Jordan Klassen, as I've been calling him Klassen, will make that adjustment.
Tomato.
Well, no, we're going to make sure we say it right. LeBeaumont, he'll take it up off the window and good. Nice job by Randy LeBeaumont. Saw a wide open lane, and he will put the biscuit in the basket. 19-3, long-range 3 by Williams. After one, Cheyenne Central leads 19-3. We're back after a 60-second timeout on 1480 KRAE. We started off quarter number 2, 8 minutes of play. Again, not the 20-minute halves that we're used to with the guys of WHSAA in action tomorrow against the Pronghorns.
As I say, we better get used to it tomorrow, but not tonight. First quarter dominated by Central.
Hamilton and hand check inside. Is it going to be on Labatos? And again, Labatos lost a shoe.
Labatos lost a shoe. Tag Lane's about to lose his mind right now. Carter Labatos picks up his second foul. Team 6 called against the Indians. 0 for the Bolts in this entire half.
Gee, tell me there's not a disparity at all in here.
Yeah.
Allen will send it way out on top to Hamilton. Luckily, the Indians are a great ball club where they're leading 19-3. Hamilton over to Klassen. Now they'll get it into Williams. He'll kick it back out to Allen. Allen now to Felton. Felton, Williams, Blaine Allen on the near side. Now they'll go to the wing, and Felton takes it in around the elbow. It won't go. It's tapped out by Felton. Nice job to Williams. Now to Blaine Allen, wide open for the 3. That one's off the back of the iron. Skying for the rebound is Carter Labatos. Throws it out to Cates. Down low they go to LeBeaumont. LeBeaumont misses the bunny. He was wide open on the almost assist by Storbo. Storbo spotted LeBeaumont, and it just was long and strong. Klassen to Allen. Hamilton, we played a minute. Nobody has scored yet. Felton crossing in the corner to Klassen. Klassen, that gets cut off along the baseline. Hamilton trying to ride inside. Finger rolled it, couldn't get it to go. Rebound pulled down by Labatos. Labatos to Cates. Cates slows it down, gets it down to LeBeaumont. His pass is taken away as LeBeaumont turns it over. Felton taking it away.
Sloppy.
Quickly down court. Bad pass by Williams, taken away by Talich.
Sloppy play between both teams here.
Talich to Storbo for 3. That's off the side of the rim, and it's cleared away by Mason Hamilton. Loses the handle, double team in the backcourt, and then fires it off the chest, I do believe, of LeBeaumont.
6:24 remaining here in this first half. And again, it has been sloppy play between Bolts and Indians here.
So Central will go a little smaller. LeBeaumont will come out, and we'll have both the Storbos out there, Brock and Brady, as Brock will come in for LeBeaumont.
Again, two noticeables that are sitting on the bench as well, too, for Cheyenne Central. Again, Stanley and Lawson, again, both with 2 fouls apiece.
Here's a long-range three. That one is no good. Rebound hauled in by Talich. The miss by Holte. Talich, he wants to go coast to coast with it off. He can't get it to go. It rims off to the right. Boy, that bucket's had a lid on it all night long with Cheyenne Central basketball. Williams dumps it back. Here's a trifecta. That is good by Hayden Silty.
And you knew eventually that the Bolts that, again, attempt so many threes, eventually one was going to fall through.
19-6 our score. That is our first bucket here in the quarter.
Still a 13-point advantage, though, for the Indians.
Labatos will get it to Brock Storbo. Storbo takes it. Is it a continuation? Count the bucket.
You always have to wonder with this crew out here, but that one, at least the foul going to go against. It looks like Felton will pick up his first foul. How about team's first, finally, against the Bolts in this half?
Storbo will be at the line for the old-fashioned three. Felton picking up the personal. Is that their first foul?
First foul in the entire half.
Burns will come in for Brady Storbo. 21-6 our score. Brock looking for, again, the 2-and-1. Eyes it, fires it, gets. 22-6 in favor of Cheyenne Central. Williams pushing it down in a hurry for the Bolts. Top of the key. Far side. Oh, Silty wide open again for a three. That one really missed the mark, and it's tracked down by Talich. Talich will push it up for Cheyenne Central quickly. Burns is open along the baseline, and he'll draw the foul, I think, on Felton. If that's Felton, that's his second one in as many calls.
As they are looking towards Felton, yes, he will pick up his second foul. Team's second called against the Bolts here in this half.
Good transition that time by Burns. He took off, and it was wide open along the baseline. Tried the reverse layup. Unfortunately, it didn't fall. Burns at the line to shoot two. First shot on the way is no good. 360'd out.
See Blaine Allen come back in for Thunder Basin.
Very short break for him. 5:23 to go here in the first half.
Well, again, with him coming in, Fulton will come out with his 2 fouls.
Second shot is good, and the Indians extend their lead to 17, 23-6. Williams wanted to get inside. That was cut off quickly by Talich. Man-on-man defense. This time Williams gets past Talich, has a shot rejected by Burns. No.
Yeah, that might be Burns picking up that foul, as that will be Cade Burns picking up his first foul. Team's 7th called against Cheyenne Central. Bonus time for the remainder of this half for Thunder Basin.
Deegan Williams will hit the mark twice. The southpaw first shot on the way is no good.
Thunder Basin has just been rough shooting here tonight in their home gymnasium. Getting 6 points so far here in a matter of a quarter and about a half.
Second shot on the way, and that is a go. So it's 23-7.
Kind of a tale of similar stories here of the girls and boys contest, again, between these two schools.
High block, they'll get it to Brock Storbo. He'll pivot around to Cates. Back over to Storbo, collides with Labatos. Brock fires it back out to Labatos, now to Talich. Talich down low to Brock Storbo. Posting down low, and will draw the foul. Can't get the biscuit to go, though. Who's the foul going to be on?
Be the 13th foul called against the Bolts. That one looking like that one going against Williams, so he'll pick up his first foul.
That's getting out of my pay grade that far down there, Nick.
Even my eyes are starting to at least hurt from all the way how far away we are.
First shot on the way is good by Storbo. Brock has 4 here in the quarter.
Also, too, my eyes are getting a little tired as it's been a long day.
You drove, huh? Right? Second shot also is good.
I was busy giving you entertainment and directions.
That's right. You were in charge of the entertainment committee again. Williams over to Holte. Back over to Williams, far side. Outside the perimeter, trying to get around the elbow. Williams does, kicks it out. Long range three. That one is no good, off the front of the iron, and it's pulled down by Labatos. The missed shot by Holte. Burns in the corner, gets it down low to Brock Storbo. A little give and go to Labatos, and it's knocked away, so it'll be out to Cheyenne Central.
Coach Williams not too happy with that one. He believes that it was ball off of at least Labados' hands. Said they're going to say it's Indian basketball.
So the Indians will retaliate by putting back in Lovering along with Stamfley and Brady Storbo.
And also, too, we will see Kate Burns come back in.
Oh, he will come in for Kate's. So the Indians making wholesale changes. Burns taps the basketball, lobs it into Lovering. Lovering, easy money from one, puts it up and in.
Again, you might as well just give him at least that basket before he even attempts it.
27-7.
20-point advantage here early on for Central.
Clausen finds Hamilton inside. Hamilton, nice move, high off the window. That is no good. Cleared away by Brady Storbo to Labados. Carter on the near side. In between the rings now to Stamfley. Far side, they'll go over to Brady Storbo. Back to Stamfley. 3:50 left to go here in the half. Burns now to Labados. They'll get it down low to Storbo. His jump shot, a little strong off the back of the iron, cleared away by Blaine Allen. Allen wanting to get inside, kicks it out. Clausen, lock load for three. That is no good. Another rebound for Lawson Lovering.
A team that just lives and dies by the three. Again, nothing has been falling for him.
Labados inside to go to Lovering, kicks it out to Burns. Burns takes a dribble drive, now to Lawson. Lovering slams it home again on the assist from Burns.
22-point advantage now as it keeps on growing for Cheyenne Central here.
And the hits keep on coming. 29-7 in favor of Cheyenne Central. Williams trying to spin around, move inside, kicks it out to Clausen. Clausen walked with it. Took an extra step. He wanted to go in, then went out, and then was shuffling the feet at the same time.
We alluded to at least the start of this contest between these two of what teams would show up. So far, we're seeing the Central team that we're used to, the dominant Indians team. And this is what we're seeing out on the floor right now, a Thunder Basin team that, this past weekend lost in Laramie to the Laramie Plainsmen.
LeBeaumont has checked in for Lovering. Talich back in as he will move to the point. Hand it off to Burns. Burns wants to get inside, and there's two bolts that hit the deck. Shot is missed, and I think it was last touched by LeBeaumont.
We'll be out to the Bolts here as they try to chip away at the large lead.
29-7 our score, 2:50 to go here in the first half. Allen pushing it up quickly for the Bolts, now to Clausen. Clausen fires over to Allen in the wing on the far side. Then they'll get it down low to Holte. He'll put it off the glass and good.
As again, that is the first basket in quite some time for Thunder Basin here.
29-9. Talich on the high block. They'll get it over to LeBeaumont. LeBeaumont kicks it out to Burns. Burns now to Labados. To Storbo. On top, they go to Talich. Over to Burns. Burns lock load for three. That won't go. Cleared away by Mason Hamilton. He'll push it down with 2:05 left on the Pepsi scoreboard. Hamilton hands it over to Silty. Now to Clausen for three. That one misses everything. Rebound into the hands of Labados quickly to Storbo. Storbo takes it inside. He can't get it to go. Rebound pulled down by LeBeaumont, fouled from behind. That will be Blaine Allen.
If so, that will be his first, and that's who it will go against. His first, team's fourth.
$1:46 left on the Pepsi scoreboard here in the first half.
First half that has been completely dominated by the Indians from the get-go, who have had the lead the entire way.
Randy LeBeaumont at the line shooting two. First shot is right on the money. So LeBeaumont now with three. Felton comes back in. Labados will come on out along with Burns. We'll see, looks like Kate's back in. And Brock Storbo. LeBeaumont towing the mark. Trying to extend that lead to 22. It's 30-9. Make it 31-9 as he does so. Randy LeBeaumont perfect. 2 of 2 with 1:43 left to go. Allen, Williams. Now they'll get it to Silty. Silty trying, or Holte that is, hold everything, and he's going to be pushed by Storbo. That will be Brady Storbo.
This is a pick your poison because both twins are out there, but that one going against, as you mentioned, with Brady Storbo picking up his first foul. Team's 8th called against Cheyenne Central.
And it will be Mikhail Holte at the line, the sophomore, one in penalty. Was not in the act of shooting. First shot on the way is good. So for Holte, he has 3 all here in the quarter. They've scored 7 here in this stanza to go with 3 in the first. Boy, that'd be nice to keep in single digits again.
Yeah.
Second shot is also good. Pressure's on the Indians now with 94 seconds left.
That tells you also, too, at least the Indians' defense of how well they've been doing here tonight against the Bolts.
And Talich gets called for the offensive foul. Again, the one guy that's been calling the offensive fouls is the same guy that was calling them all in the first game.
Same person that also, too, is trailing the play on that one. Talich picks up his first foul, team's 9th against Cheyenne Central.
He's been behind the game all night long.
Yeah.
As Williams tries to get inside, kicks it in the corner. Here's a long-range 3 by Allen. That is no good. And long rebound comes out to LeBeaumont. LeBeaumont will give it off to Talich. Talich with about 70 seconds left now to Cates, Brock Storbo, Brady. Talich loading it up for 3. Can't get it to go. And nice job by LeBeaumont, who had great position. You got to be kidding me. They're going to call that on LeBeaumont? The loose ball?
I do believe so.
LeBeaumont had two bolts on him, and they're going to call Randy LeBeaumont with the personal foul. Well, my goodness, folks. Well, now we're getting homered.
Well, here's the questionable, at least. They actually added the foul to Thunder Basin, which I think is, obviously is incorrect.
No, it's now to LeBeaumont.
Well, no, they actually,
team foul,
it should be team foul 10. They actually added one more to Thunder Basin. 10 team foul called against Cheyenne Central.
And Holte will hit the free throw.
Which, again, is double bonus time right now for Thunder Basin. So interesting that players didn't realize that. Again, it was 2 shots, but also, too, I don't think the officials realized.
31-12. My goodness. Come on, guys. You got to be kidding me there in the Zebras. LeBeaumont had great position, and he was being hammered on by Holte.
Again, 10 so far have been called against Cheyenne Central. Only 4 in this half against Thunder Basin.
50 seconds left. Down low, they get it to LeBeaumont. Cates. Brock Storbo, or check that, that's Brady. Brady in with a layup, good. Nice quick move by Brady Storbo, and he has a half dozen. 33-13. Inside is Silty, then he kicks it out to Williams. Far side, they'll go over to Blaine Allen. Allen now in the corner as they try to get it to Holte. He'll step back for the long 3, and Brady Storbo has picked up another foul. That is 2.
On a sell job there on that one, but that'll be at least 11 foul called against Cheyenne Central in this half. Brady, he'll pick up his second.
And Cheyenne Central is going to have to realize nothing's going to go their way as far as whistles.
Yeah.
So at the line will be Holte, Mikhail Holte. He is perfect for 4. First shot is no good.
And we'll take that miss. 20-point advantage still for Cheyenne Central.
Tag Lane having a little discussion with the one official. But, you know, in the case of Coach Lane, it's just going to fall on deaf ears. This guy is going to call his own game. Felton comes on out, and back in will be Mason Hamilton. Holte is 1 of 2. Now will be at the mark for his 3rd free throw. 33-14. Amidst all the foul calls, it is still a 19, now 18-point advantage, 33-15. Talich with 20 seconds left, looks at the clock, loses the basketball, and that'll be easy money for Williams as he'll lay it off the window and good. Well, Talich had his pocket picked big time there. The sophomore got schooled by Williams. Talich trying to get inside, and then an offensive foul on Talich.
Interesting call there. How about 12 team fouls have been called this half against Cheyenne Central. For Talich, it's his second.
4.2 seconds left. Inbounds will come to Williams. Williams over the timeline, launches one, long-range 3, air ball after 1 half of play. Central 33 and Thunder Basin 17. We will be back after a 2-minute timeout on 1480 KRAE. at halftime, Cheyenne Central leads 33-17. At times it's been 5-8 out there, Nick. But again, I told you when we went to the break, nothing surprises me anymore in the world of high school hoops, especially when you're in enemy territory, especially when you have the same crew. Again, you got to tell me, to the athletic director here, Tom Seaman, you got to tell me that you could not find two other guys to call the men's varsity.
Well, again, you have officials over in Campbell County right now, at least with the Camels and Cheyenne East contest over there. So, again, that is happening. So, is it a lack of bodies up here in the city of Gillette? Again, also, too, a lot of these games happening up here in the north. As we mentioned, Cheyenne South is over at Sheridan as well, with Laramie up at Natrona County. So
you answered your own question. Because we have 3 games at home. Don't we have to have 9 officials down there? And they're not from Cheyenne. Most of them aren't from Cheyenne.
Again, that's not up to me. I don't know the backstory of how everything goes. That is up to the Activities Association. That is up to, again, Commissioner Ron Laird. And also, too, that's up to...
It's up to the athletic directors. They're the ones who get these
without a doubt, athletic directors, and also, too, again, whoever is a representative of these quadrants as well, too. Again, as we know in the southeast, it is Chad Whitworth. Not so sure on the northeast side of things, but it's something where... Is there a valid argument of what we've seen here tonight? Again, officials trying to sway things in favor of Thunder Basin for the potential upset. I think there's a good case.
But it also, again, like you
said,
there's
a good case when, again, you have 12 fouls and a half going against Cheyenne Central. And, again, as we calculated, 5-6 in total for Thunder Basin in that entire half.
But you said in game 1, same thing, too. It took the Lady Indians out of their defensive prowess because, again, that's how the Lady Indians make a living at times on defense. That's how Central has made a living. They're a very active defensive bunch. We think of them with Lawson Lovering and Talich and Storbo that they can bomb away, and that's good. And of course, Lovering's going to dominate inside. Yeah. But when they go after the basketball and you try to dribble drive inside on these guys, it ain't going to happen. Again, how many offensive fouls were called on Central?
A lot.
4.
Yeah, again, 4, where that's kind of a rarity. It should not be that high, especially in a half alone. But either way, though, it's being called. And also, too, do want to mention, as we were heading into at least the break here at halftime, I'm not sure if it was Central High Indian players, tag lane, coaching staff, fans here in attendance, but for Central High,
the bench
got a warning, not a technical, got a bench warning, so that will come in effect later on. But again, everyone showing their frustration from the fans that are here, again, on the visitor side here at Thunder Basin, coaches, players. They're not happy with what's happening out there. Again, it's kind of a blatant miscarriage of justice out there by this officiating crew. But thankfully, though, for the Central High Indians,
they're talented.
They got talent, and they can take care of business against, or at least they can basically squash any homer opportunities here at Thunder Basin.
But they're
going
to have to start scoring some points too. They're up by 16. And, Thunder Basin, we don't expect them to be missing from outside. They like to launch a ton of trifectas. At the intermission, we will go down the scoring sheet for the Bolts, who had 17 points, 3 in the first 14, quarter number 4. 3 for Hayden Silty, 6 points for Deegan Williams. Mikhail Holte, he came through with, if I have my numbers right here, Nick, I'm looking at with 8 points. He was 6 of 7 from the free throw line in quarter number 2. That's all your scoring thus far for the Bolts. Cheyenne Central, 3 points for Ryan Stampley, 3 points for Nathaniel Talich, half dozen for Brady Storbo, half dozen for Lawson Lovering, 3 points for Ethan Cates, Randy LeBeaumont with 4, 5 for Brock Storbo, and 3 for Cade Burns. A pretty good balanced scoring sheet. Oh, by the way, as you mentioned fouls, Andre Felton, who comes off the bench for the Bolts, he has 2.
Yeah.
That's all, and that's their only guy in foul trouble. Right now, Stampley, Labatos, Talich, Storbo, and Lawson Lovering, all with 2 fouls each early in the quarter.
And what does that do, though, for Tag Lane and his squad right now? Again, Tag Lane at half basically telling his guys, you got to play a little bit crisper. You got to be aware of where your hands are. You got to be aware where your feet are, hands, whatever it may be. Again, they're going to call everything under the sun here in this gymnasium. You got to play kind of on your best behavior or alter the game a bit. where you might be a little aggressive, or at least you want to play that nature, or at least that style of game. You got to ease back off of it a bit.
Central scored 19 in the first quarter, 14 in quarter number 2 as they tied with the Bolts. But one thing, too, I'll make this prediction right now. I bet you an Indian will foul out. I'll bet you an Indian will foul out because they're going to find a way.
I take that over-under, and I'd say you probably have too.
All right, well, here's the deal. 33-17 at the intermission. The Bolts are back on the floor. Cheyenne Central has yet to come back on the floor. And the officials are coming back. I wish the Central fans would give them the good old-fashioned raspberry, but they're not. Right now, we're going to take a 2-minute timeout. We'll come back with the second half after this here on 1480 KRAE. The live action as Central will get the basketball up in quarter number 3. They will be attacking the zone right below us, so they're going to be going right to left across your audio dial as well as on the visual side. Periscope via Twitter and on YouTube. Talich will trigger it in starting 5 on the floor for the Central Indians. Talich with the basketball after the pass from Stanfley. Back to Stanfley. Now on top they go to Lovering. Lovering down low. Talich posting down low. Throws one off the window and good. Nice job by Nathaniel Talich, the sophomore. Puts it up and in.
Quick strike, early strike by Central. Again, extends out the lead.
17-35 in favor of Cheyenne Central. Holte, Williams on the far side as they attack the zone to our far right. They'll try to get into Holte. Holte off the window and good. And again, you can see the defense by Central kind of packing off a little bit.
Well, that's why I kind of said for Cheyenne Central, you have to kind of play a little timid out there because, again, how many fouls have been called, especially in that first half.
Lovering hands it off to Stanfley, down to Lobato, so get it to Talich, has it popped away by Williams, and a 3-on-3. Williams over to Silty, back to Williams, or Hamilton that is, now to Williams. Williams on top, they'll give it off to Allen. Allen trying to get past Lovering. Lovering cuts him off. High pass over to Holte, who kind of threw his shoulder into Lobatos, and then he'll go in the corner, long-range 3. That's good by Hayden Silty.
Now a 13-point advantage for the Indians.
35-22 with 6:35 to go here in third quarter. Lovering on top.
Lead is large for Central at 22.
Bad pass by Stanfley as it's blocked. Luckily, Storber there to pick it up. Now to Lobato, so they'll give it off to Lovering. They're keeping Lovering outside. They need to get him inside. Lobatos finds Lovering in the corner. Now back on top to Lobato, Stanfley. As the Indians now working some clock. Talich drives along the baseline, try to get it up and in. Look at that, Blaine Allen all over his back.
Yeah, hanging on his neck.
Unbelievable. Williams with the basketball. He will fire it over to Hamilton inside, drop it back out. Long range three as he was on the line. And official timeout. Let's see if they're going to give him the 3 or 2. And it looks like.
Really not sure what is going on here, but again, so far they're keeping the 3 up there.
So it'll be a 3 for Mikhail Holtze. 35-25, Central again. A bad pass by Stanfley. Cheyenne Central right now they're playing timid.
Well, again, a little bit, at least timid, a little scared right now on the court, so to speak, due to the fact of what is happening with the men in the black and white out there.
This is a resurgent team. Inbounds will come to Lovering, who slams it home, as that's what they need to do. Drop it into Lawson Lovering's lap, and you'll get points all night long. Allen on top. Jump shot. Short off the front of the iron by Silty. Rebound pulled down by Lovering. They'll get it over to Talich. Talich. Down low they go to Lovering. He'll kick it out. Stanfley, lock, load for 3. Bang! Ryan Stanfley with a trifecta.
Yeah, a steal.
And a steal in the backcourt by Talich. Stanfley, Lovering slams it home again. 10 for Lawson.
Lawson making his presence felt here in the second half.
It's 42-25 in favor of Cheyenne Central. Inside, Hamilton, a whistle. Down below, who's on the push? It might be on Storbo.
No, actually.
They're going to call that on Lovering?
Now they called that one against Lawson, his third, team's first called against Cheyenne Central here.
So at the line, it will be Mason Hamilton looking for his first points, as he'll be shooting 2 times.
As they will swap Brady and Lawson to one side with the free throw shots.
4:51 to go here in the third quarter. It's 42-25, 42-26.
Again, the interesting call on that one where Lawson wasn't even relatively close on that play. We all thought it was going to be against Storbo, but either way, they were going to call against a big man, and now he has to sit.
Brock, Storbo back in. LeBeaumont along with Cates and Burns checks back in for the Central Indians, leading by 16, 42-26. Second shot by Hamilton also is good. Indians with the basketball. Stanfley, who's had some problems with some of his passes tonight, will give it off to Burns. Now over to Cates. Cates back over to Stanfley. Burns. LeBeaumont outside on the far side. LeBeaumont terminates the dribble, sends it back out to Cates. Back to LeBeaumont in the corner to Cates. Cates down low to LeBeaumont, trying to post up and then fadeaway jump shot. That one in and out and in.
Just ping pong back and forth, but thankfully fell.
Randy LeBeaumont from about 8 makes it a 44-27 game. Silty hands it over to Holtze. On the far side now it's to Hamilton. Hamilton can't get the 3 off. Now to Blaine Allen. Allen now over to Williams. Williams takes a dribble drive inside, finds wide open in the corner. That's Holtze for 3. Well short, rebound. Holtze follows it up, puts it up and in. That was a nice job by Holtze. Knew he was going to miss it and came back in and gets the bucket. 44-29 score, 3:53 to go. We're back after this 30-second timeout on 1480 KRAE.
In Sheridan right now on the boys' side of things, it's at half, but it is Cheyenne South trailing Sheridan, the Bronx, right now by a score of 32-22. We'll hopefully pass along a few other scores for at least Cheyenne East and Cheyenne South on both boys' and girls' side.
Cates triggering into Stanfley with 3:50 left to go here in quarter number 3. A pair of number 5s working in the backcourt. Stanfley over the timeline. Hands it over to Burns. Burns on top. Cates Down low, they get it to Brock Stoboro. Stoboro hold everything, being hand-checked and being pushed. It has to be on Hamilton.
We'll see who that one is going against. Yes, Mason Hamilton will pick up that foul. His team's first called against the Bolts.
Wow, we're even in fouls, 1-1 here in the third quarter.
Take a picture of it.
Inbounds will come to Cates. Stanfley down low, they get it to Storbo. Back out to Stanfley. Cates open in the corner for the three off the front of the iron, no good. And the rebound pulled down by Blaine Allen. Has Burns to beat. And Burns, now that one will give him a foul.
That foul going against Cheyenne Central, their second here in this half. The foul going against, as you mentioned, taking a look.
Cade Burns.
Yeah, Cade Burns.
It'll send Blaine Allen to the line. He has yet to score.
Cade Burns will pick up his second foul with that one.
First shot on the way is good. I'm looking at it this way. If you're going to be called for ticky-tack stuff here and you have an opportunity to get a good foul, you might as well make the most out of it.
Yeah, you might as well. Final over at Campbell County.
Second shot is no good. Go ahead.
Final there where Cheyenne East picks up the victory 64-51 over the Lady Camels.
It is 44-30 in favor of Cheyenne Central. Brock Storbo has the ball knocked away, gets it back. Now to Stanfley on the angle on the near side. They'll get it down low to LeBeaumont. Back to Stanfley, the lefty for three. That one won't go. Ball hold everything, and I think they may get LeBeaumont over the back. Hamilton had the position.
We'll see.
So LeBeaumont now has picked up his second.
Actually, they're going to call that on, at least it will go against LeBeaumont. They're saying that it's only his first. Either way, team third called against Cheyenne Central here. Also, too, happening at Campbell County in boys action right now after 3 periods out there. T-Birds are leading the Camels 56-40.
3 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. As Williams pushes off, no call. Williams takes it inside with the left hand, left it short. Battle for the rebound as he ties up with Labatos. And it'll be out to the Bolts. Bolts right now a little bit more on the hustle side than Cheyenne Central. Central a little flat-footed. Lovering back on the floor along with Labatos and Talich and Brady Storbo. Inbounds will come to Hamilton, blocked. Stanfley 4-on-1 to Talich. Talich off the glass and good.
Great block there by Lawson. Great setup offensive play there. Easy layup.
46-30. Allen's long-range three. Nothing but the bottom of the net.
Where the Bolts basically live from behind the arc. You know eventually a few are going to fall.
46-33 in favor of Cheyenne Central. Stanfley in the near court. Lovering high on top over to Talich on the wing on the far side. Down low, they get it to Lovering. He's triple team, hold everything. Hands all over his face and everything else. So let's get a whistle, and who's going to be called on?
We're waiting on that one. Should be second team foul called against the Thunder, at least against the Bolts. With Hamilton, that will be his second foul. Final in girls action in Sheridan. At least Cheyenne South, the Lady Fighting Bison win over Sheridan Lady Bronx by a final of 51-42.
Inbounds to Lovering, and Talich didn't get it high enough. It's tipped around, and Allen will come away with it. Over to Clausen, now to Blaine Allen. Long-range three, that's going to be well short. Another rebound for Lawson Lovering. Quickly down court. Brady Storbo, and he'll be fouled. No foul. He misses the shot, but following it up is Lawson Lovering. He'll slam it home again. 12 now for Lawson.
15-point advantage once again for the Indians.
$1:45 left to go here in quarter number 3. Driving along the baseline, kicking it out to Clausen. Now they'll kick it around outside. Holte for three. That one won't go. Rebound, Brady Storbo, as he will give it off to Labatos. Stanfley. Now to Storbo. Storbo on the near side. Gets a screen from Lovering. Over to Stanfley. They'll lob it down low to Lovering. Back out to Stanfley. Stanfley inside. Storbo, nice spin around move. Off the window, good. Count the bucket, he's fouled.
That's a little pirouette by the big man on the inside, getting to fall through. And then a chance for the and one. 13th foul called against Thunder Basin here. That one going against
somebody. It's going to be Williams.
Yeah, Williams, who will pick up his second.
Felton will come back in. He'll come in for Holte. Lovering will come on out. Labatos also will check on out. Stanfley. Cates back in. Burns back in. And LeBeaumont, and at the line for the old-fashioned three is one Brady Storbo.
Again, as I ran through a lot of those scores, and we'll wait for this free throw. Again, good by Sorbo there. Again, Cheyenne Central losers here at Thunder Basin against the Lady Bolts. South picking up the victory against Sheridan, and East picking up the victory over the Lady Camels of Campbell County.
51-33 with about $1:15 to go. Clausen on top, though, losing the basketball. Burns comes away with it, loose on the floor, gets it into the hands of LeBeaumont as they took it away from Silty. In the corner, lock and load for three. Cates hits the trifecta.
21-point advantage now for the Indians as they're starting to be red hot on fire.
54-33 in favor of Cheyenne Central. Williams, he's pushing off. And they're going to finally call the offensive foul on Williams. It only took him a day and a half to figure it out.
Also, too, the interesting thing as well, the at least whistle was blown. About 5 seconds elapsed off the time here at Thunder Basin.
44.8 seconds to go. Central basketball.
So that foul going against Williams is third, team's fourth against the Bolts.
Talich to Storbo. On top they go to Cates, back over to Talich. Talich with the dribble drive inside. That's cut off. Give it off to LeBeaumont. LeBeaumont leaning in, and he will be called for the offensive foul.
That will be his second, team's fourth, called against Cheyenne Central.
So LeBeaumont now has his second. Well, he has three. I have him down for three.
They got his second, so we got to go off of what's happening with the scores table here at Thunder Basin.
32 and a half seconds to go here in the quarter.
So, again, for LeBeaumont's case, again, they got two up here. We'll stick with that.
That's fine. Works for me. Williams, top of the key. Over to Felton. Felton on the angle. Outside the perimeter. Williams, now they get it inside to Holte. Back outside to Silty. Clausen, Silty in the corner. Clausen on top now to Holte. Holte wanting to get inside and leans into Burns and will draw the foul on Cade. Cade now picks up his third. So we got Lovering, we have Burns with three. Luckily, LeBeaumont only has two.
According to here, but Burns picks up his third foul, team's fifth, called against Central. As they're keeping it even here in the half, 5 for the Indians, only 4 for Thunder Basin so far.
Holte at the line shooting two. First one is no good. 4.7 seconds to go here in the third quarter. The lead is 21 in favor of the Indians.
At least the scorers table hasn't been as bad as what we had at Fruita Monument, or at least in the Greeley Central tournament back in December.
We haven't had a shot clock issue either, huh?
That's true.
And the second shot is good.
We still have plenty of games tomorrow, though.
Quickly, Talich over to Cates for three. And after 3 periods of play, it is Central 54, Thunder Basin 34. The final 8 minutes after the 60-second timeout on 1480 KRAE. The play, Central winning the quarter by the count of 21-17, Nick, and extending their lead to 20.
Largest for the Indians tonight that they've led from all 3 quarters at this point. Largest for them was at 22.
Indians basketball, as it will be Talich bringing it in to Stanfley as we are underway here in quarter number 4. Talich with the basketball, back to Stanfley. Outside, on top they go to Lovering. Down low they go to Talich. Talich pump fakes, puts it up, and trickles on in. Good.
And good patience, good awareness there by Talent on the inside.
56-34 in favor of the Indians.
First points on the board for Central here in this quarter.
Williams, top of the key. Now they'll get it outside to Silty. Silty to Holte, and he will get through the traffic. And again, Central kind of putting the brakes on defensively, allowing Holte to get the bucket.
They're just kind of avoiding the foul calls.
Stanfley over the timeline on the far side. Termination dribble high on top to get it to Lovering. Lovering now to Talich. Talich dumps it down low. Lovering back to Talich. Talich finds Lovering, another slam-a-jamma.
Again, as this maintenance crew here at Thunder Basin might want to check the bolts on that basket.
58-36 in favor of Cheyenne. Central hold everything on a whistle. And it looks like it's going to be on Brady Storbo on a push.
Yeah,
where? Don't know.
Who knows? Brady will pick up his third, team 6 against Cheyenne Central. At this point, again, they got 22 points. So far, officials haven't been a big X factor.
Hamilton will get into Silty. Silty over to Williams. Now on top to Blaine. Allen dribble drive inside. Kicks it back out to Hamilton. Hamilton on the far side. Now on top they go to Holte. His jump shot from 3 is no good. And another board for Lawson Lovering, getting close to that double-double again, which is another day at the office. Lovering leans in, hits the deck, no call. Rebound pulled down by Williams as Williams pushes it up with 6:25 left on the Pepsi scoreboard. Bad pass, I think it was tipped, and ends up in the hands of Talich. Talich to Storbo. Storbo lays it off the glass, and good.
Nice little bob and weave on the inside by Storbo there. Again, easy layup for him.
Central leads 60-36. I say put it in punishment mode. Punish this team. Hamilton, he misses the shot. Lovering keeps it alive, taps it into the hands of Talich. It won't be a rebound. Down low, wide open, Lobatos tips it up and in as he gets it from Storbo, and Central making this look real easy right now.
And here's the key thing as well, too, where, again, put the punishment on against the Bolts team. You've kept the crowd out of it as well, too, in this contest.
Holte will bump into Storbo, but he will get the bucket as, again, Brady kind of backing off a little bit.
Central, I was going to say Central right now just at least just trying to get some time off the clock.
And a timeout call by the Indians with 5:32 to go. Central 62, Thunder Basin 38 back after this 30-second timeout on 1480 KRAE. Larry Proietti, Nick Proietti. We are high atop Thunder Basin High School, where Central Indians, in lieu of everything that has been going against them, are still knocking the snot out of the Thunder Basin Bolts.
Out of the local boys here in Thunder Basin, again, a dominant performance by Cheyenne Central. 24-point lead as of right now. Largest was 26 about a few seconds ago, but again, Central has led from the get-go in this game. Has not even been close, even with what has been happening now on that court.
And I like it. He's keeping the starting 5 out there right now for Cheyenne Central. It will be Talich along with Stanfley, Lobatos, Storbo, and Lovering. Inbounds will come from Talich to Lovering, back to Talich, now to Stanfley near center court with 5:25 on the Pepsi scoreboard. Stanfley over to Storbo. Storbo takes a dribble drive inside under heavy traffic, misses the shot, will draw the foul.
That'll be the 15th foul called against Thunder Basin.
Is that going to be on Williams?
No, instead they're going to call that against Felton, who will pick up his third.
So Felton has 3. Storbo at the line to shoot 2 times. First shot on the way by the juniors, good. Again, you look at this team, you have Stanfley graduating, you got Cates graduating, you got LeBeaumont graduating, and then the rest of the crew's back. How dangerous is this team? Second shot is no good. 63-38. Allen outside, inside to Hamilton. Hamilton, well, he'll get Stanfley to go drive past them.
If anything, right now, Central's just avoiding the contact and just allowing them
to let the clock run.
Yeah, without a doubt.
5-minute mark on the Pepsi scoreboard. Storbo, he'll step back for the three. Can't get it to go. Tapped around as Lovering tried to tap it into the hands of Stanley, but it was picked off by Ryan Baker, the sophomore. And hold everything. We got a timeout called as the double team on Hulte prompts the timeout. 63-40 in favor of Cheyenne Central. 4:45 to go. We're back after this 30-second timeout of 1480 KRAE. Do invite you to join Junior and myself tomorrow. We will be over at Gillette College. We got hoops times 2. And it will be LHCC, Lady Golden Eagles, and the Golden Eagles back-to-back against the Lady Pronghorns. And Pronghorns, Lady Golden Eagles got a little business to settle with the Pronghorns, and hopefully the guys can get it together. I'll tell you what, Eric Oliver with the bad ankle still had 30-plus points in the loss the other night.
And Gillette coming off of at least recent victories over Sheridan College. Again, Gillette College, the Lady Pronghorns, ranked in the top 25, too.
Allen trying to get inside, and that's cut off. Hamilton loses his balance on the wing on the far side, then hands it over to Allen. Lock load for 3. That one's skimming off the rim. Rebound pulled down by Hulte. Hulte to Felton. Felton on top, in between the loops. Over to Allen. Allen wanting to get inside, and that's cut off again by Lovering. Lovering just smothering Phillips wherever he goes. Hulte now over to Phillips. Phillips takes a dribble drive along the baseline, and the bump will be on Lawson.
Yeah.
That'll be 4 now for Lawson.
Lovering will pick up his 4th foul. That will be team 7th called against Cheyenne Central. Bonus time for Thunder Basin.
So Phillips will head to the line. He'll be shooting, Blaine Allen, that is. He'll be shooting 1 in penalty. A lot of substitutions there for Cheyenne Central. Brock Storbo in. LeBeaumont back in along with Burns and Cates. So at the line will be Blaine Allen. First shot on the way, and that's nothing but the bottom of the net. Allen now, who was shut down in the first half, has 6 here in the second half.
Still a 22-point advantage right now for the Indians.
Second shot. That one is no good, and it's cleared away by Stanley with 4:05 to go. Stanley on the far side over to Brock Storbo. Now on top to Cates. Cates to Burns. Burns. Stanley has the ball knocked away and taken away. He took his eye off of it, and Williams and Stanley battle for the basketball, and Stanley will commit the foul.
That will be the 18th foul called against Cheyenne Central. For Stanley, he'll pick up his 3rd.
That'll send Williams to the line. And again, the senior making a very young mistake there by taking his eye off the ball.
Yeah.
So at the line, it will be Williams. First shot is good.
And what this does is it hurts Cheyenne Central right now. Again, stops the clock. Gives Bolts a chance to, again, chip away.
First point in the half. Second point now for Williams after scoring a half dozen in the first half, so he has 8. Stanley trying to get it over the timeline, being harassed by Silty. Storbo, Cates, Burns now to Stanley. Storbo along the baseline, that's cut off, gets it inside to LeBeaumont, hold everything. He's being held, and who was holding him? Is it going to be on Allen?
Looks like Allen will pick up his 2nd foul. That will be team 6 called against Thunder Basin.
It's not a shooting situation. Long pass will come into Stanley with 3:29 to go. Stanley over to Cates. Down low to Brock Storbo, has the shot rejected. Think it might have been blocked by either Allen or Clausen.
Either way, they'll stay with the Indians here.
Right of their cylinder, and Burns
Not sure on that one.
Yeah, he just tossed it in, and Storbo wasn't looking for it.
Basically, he was going to Storbo going, hey, didn't you read my mind?
So with that, turnover, chance for the Bolts to get it under 20. Williams over to Allen, driving along the baseline. His pass tipped away by LeBeaumont. Storbo pushing it down quickly, finds Cates inside. Burns, his shot. Short rebound pulled down by Williams, under 3 minutes to play. Hamilton in the corner. Clausen drives, kicks it back out. Allen now in the corner to Williams for three. That's going to be long, strong, and way out of the way. Rebound pulled down by Storbo to Staffley. Staffley pops it back to Storbo, down to Staffley. Wide open, Cates for three. That one in and out, and the rebound off the hands of LeBeaumont with about 2:35 to go. Looks like Holtze will come back in.
20-point advantage still here for the Indians, where for Cheyenne Central, they're looking to go to 15-1 overall, at least with the victory. Again, it is conference play, but not quadrant play.
Sophomore Talich will come back in for the senior Staffley.
For Thunder Basin with the loss, they're going to go to 13-5 overall.
Hamilton can't get off the three. Keeps it outside to Williams. Williams wants to take a dribble drive inside. Loses his balance. Hamilton's shot is rejected by Burns. Here comes the Central Indians, LeBeaumont, and he'll be fouled en route to the bucket.
Kind of hacked on that one.
By Hamilton. And it'll be a two-shot foul this time.
7th team foul call against the Bolts. 3rd against Mason Hamilton. Bonus time for Cheyenne Central to end out this contest.
Did you say bonus time? Holy cow.
We finally got there.
We actually got to bonus time?
It took 30 minutes to get there.
Man, oh man. 30 minutes. Yeah, you're right. First shot is good by LeBeaumont. Randy on the night with 7. Second shot on the way by LeBeaumont. And that one also is good. So we're going to see another Central substitution. As we will see for the first time, looks like Jackson Whitworth.
As we see Chad Whitworth in attendance, Pops Jackson, AD at Cheyenne Central.
Williams on top with 2 minutes to go. Over to Clausen. Clausen trying to get inside. Terminates the dribble, then steps back from 15. That one is no good. Rebound hauled down by Holtze. Holtze in the corner to Hamilton on the far side. Now on top to Williams with $1:45 left. Williams trying to spin around move, and they'll kick it back out to Hamilton. Hamilton caught up in the corner now to Williams. Williams double teamed. Wants to drive inside, hold everything, and we're going to have a push. Who?
That one going against, it looks like Cade Burns will pick up his 4th foul. That'll be team's 9th against the Indians.
So at the line, it will be.
Game does not want to end.
No, it doesn't.
We will see in Jaden Cummings for Cheyenne Central, and also to Trevor Norrod.
So we'll get all that here, as we will see also in for Thunder Basin, Wyatt Tarter. 6'3", yes, that is the brother of Shelby Tarter. We've seen on the collegiate side at Sheridan. So at the line, Williams' shot is no good. Tapped around, and Burns will come away with it. So a missed shot there by Williams.
This is a Central I team that will be moving across town to Campbell County.
Burns along with Tarter hitting the deck. Burns, I think, got the worst of it. Let's see who the foul will be on.
I think, yes, they will get that against Thunder Basin. Their 18th foul. That one at least will be against Myers, who will pick up his 1st foul.
Ty Myers, who's checked in, a 5'11" junior. So Burns at the line to shoot a pair.
Again, Central, after this victory, will head on over tomorrow to Campbell County to see the Camels.
First shot is no good. Burns 1 of 3 from the free throw line.
Camels team that was trailing to Cheyenne East in 3rd quarter.
Jackson Voyden, a 6'2" senior, has checked in. Second shot on the way, misses them both. 65-43 with $1:28 to go. Cade Ayers, long range 3 launched by Voigt. That is no good. Rebound hauled in by Myers. Myers on top. He'll give it over to Ayers. Ayers to Tarter. Back out to Ayers. Ayers fires it out. Voigt caught up inside as they just keep it outside, losing his balance, and then a block foul called.
You hear the groan. Love it.
Well, it's not even a groan anymore.
Yeah, 10-team foul called against Cheyenne Central. Double bonus time for the Bolts. That one going against Jaden Cummings, again, the former Cheyenne South product.
Cummings picks up his first at the line, missing the first free throw.
Cheyenne East over there at Campbell County gets the victory of the Camels by a final score of 76-59. They will head over here to take on this Bolts team tomorrow.
So Myers connects on 1 of 2, and we got about 63 seconds to go. In the backcourt, Whitworth hands it over to Storbo. Storbo travels with it. Storbo not too happy as he shot puts it back to the official. I think he wanted to shot put the official.
Yeah, which I think Storbo absolutely could.
Tarter on the far side wants to drive inside and will draw another foul. And the game, as Nick says,
21-point advantage
to a halt.
21-point advantage with 43 seconds remaining. We're going to have
committing fouls.
Yeah, that one going against Norod. He'll pick up his first shooting time.
Trevor Norod. Shot on the way is good by Tarter. So he will toe the mark again with 43.5 seconds to go. Shot is also good as well. So Whitworth in the backcourt for Cheyenne Central. Trying to push it over. He does so. Hands it over to Storbo. Storbo draws a double team. Back over to Whitworth as they just want to play keep away for the final 30 seconds. Now to Norrid.
Will there be a whistle here in the final 25 seconds? We will see.
Cummings throws one up high off the glass, not even close. And the rebound pulled down by Tarter. Tarter to Ayers. Here's a lock and load for 3. That one is no good as it skims off by Myers.
Yeah, Cheyenne Central will go coast to coast in this contest. Again, in a blowout fashion, victory against Thunder Basin.
And Burns will dribble it out. Final score, Cheyenne Central wins 65-46. 65-46 as the Indians win going away. We will take a 2-minute timeout. We'll come back, wrap things up here from Thunder Basin after this on 1480 KRAE.
If you're looking for fun and adventure, Kia of Cheyenne is the place to start, and the 2019 Kia Sorento will help you find it. I'm AJ Miller, and the 2019 Kia Sorento will give you what you need to make things happen. This vehicle has plenty of power, all-season traction, safety features, technology, and comfort for any road you're on. The Kia Sorento offers plenty of standard features for the money, and we're all about saving you money. Come in, call 775-0123, or go to KiaofCheyenne.com, and we'll make it easy.
College. It's filled with classrooms, instructors, and exams. But beyond that, it's filled with curiosity, budding friendships, insightful conversations, and so many opportunities. There will be people like you, and you, and you. You'll work, you'll play, you'll struggle, and you'll succeed. But when you allow yourself to pursue your dreams, you'll learn what you're truly made of.
scored 3 in the first, 14 in the second, 17 in quarter number 3, and 12 in the fourth quarter for their 46 points. They were led by Mikhail Holte. He had 20 points, 8 points for Deegan Williams, half dozen for Hayden Silty, a half dozen for Blaine Allen, 4 for Mason Hamilton. Off the bench, it was Tarter with 2 and Ty Myers with 1. For Cheyenne Central, they're 65-19 in quarter number 1. They came back with 14 in quarter number 2, 21 in quarter number 3, and 11 in quarter number 4. It's kind of tag lane kind of, pulled back the horses. And again, you had, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, yeah, he did early on in that at least fourth quarter. So, again, it was 19-point at least victory for Cheyenne Central, but a game that got as high at least of a lead for the Indians at 26.
Leading scorer was Lawson Lovering. He had 14 points. Brady Storbo added a dozen, 9 points for Nathaniel Talich, 6 for Ryan Stanley, 2 for Carter Labatos, half dozen for Ethan Cates off the bench, half dozen for Randy LeBeaumont off the bench, Brock Storbo 5 off the bench, Cade Burns with 3 points off the bench for Cheyenne Central, who again have only 1 nick on their mark this season. Well, but again, that's against the team out of state.
Out of Nebraska, that being Scotts Bluff. So again, Cheyenne Central continues to be on the boys' side. Undefeated here in the state of Wyoming. Again, as I've asked Chris Pullen, I've asked you, and I've asked a few people already, who in the state defeats the Central High team? Again, another case is made here on the road in Thunder Basin against all odds, it seemed like, here tonight in this gymnasium. Still gets a blowout win.
They still have to go to Sheridan. So let's not.
Sheridan, who did test them down there at the field house, but at least for Central, you got that gut check at least contest out of the way. They almost scared you, but you still found a way to pull out the victory. So again, it still brings up the argument right now for Cheyenne Central. Who beats this team? Who can beat this team?
I hope nobody does, and I hope nobody beats Cheyenne East the rest of the way so they both can play in the state championship. Final score here from Thunder Basin High School, it was the Indians over the Bolts, 65-46. Earlier, it was 68-44 in favor of the Lady Bolts as they defeat Cheyenne Central. And again, probably knocking the Lady Indians out of that number 1 perch.
Yeah.
Lady Indians are going to have to regroup tomorrow as they will head over to Campbell County, as the Indians will also head over to Campbell County and take on the Camels. Camels were beaten not once but twice on the ladies' side as well as on the boys' side by Cheyenne East. So East looking for that sweep tomorrow as they come over here and face a good Lady Bolts team.
Yeah, without a doubt. Cheyenne East getting the sweep over there at Campbell County over the Lady Camels. The Camels, Cheyenne South defeating the Lady Bronx in Sheridan. So congrats to at least Coach DeBryan and his Lady Fighting Bison picking up the victory up there in Sheridan. Again, did not have a score update on the boys' side of things for Cheyenne South and Sheridan Bronx. But again, hopefully it's good news out of there for Coach Jeff Bailey and his squad.
All right, well, we got to wrap things up from here. We want to remind you tomorrow, 1:40 our pregame show, 1:45, as we will be over at Gillette College, the home of the Pronghorns and the Lady Pronghorns. It will be Lady Pronghorns and the Lady Golden Eagles up first, followed in the nightcap at 4 p.m. by the guys, as it will be the Golden Eagles and the Pronghorns in northern action for Region 9. So again, do join myself, Nick Proietti, and again, we'll be doing the live stream on YouTube and Periscope via Twitter